It says we are live. It's probably a lie. Let me check. But this is why an intro is probably a good thing. But I completely ignored that shit because whatever. But yes. Oh, we are live. Yes, we in this B. Yo, what up, everyone? Welcome back to the 2REAL4FEELS podcast, where we do not give a fuck about your feelings. And I'm definitely gonna get flagged because we didn't do an intro because I didn't care today. Oh well, rip. But yes, we were just talking about how I'm wearing my favorite YouTuber of all time's t-shirt, and that it would be dope as hell to have Happy Console Gamer here. So someone maybe message him. I don't know who pulls strings or who's God amongst men. But if anybody is out there that claims that spot, I mean, if you can get Happy Console Gamer to pull up.
Yeah, I love his content. I love his content.
Yes, and he's always been the same for like as long as he's made like content, like his videos. That's why they're easily revisitable because it's the same format. But man, I'm so happy to be able to have Mugen Lord on for a second time. It's good to have you here, bro.
Thanks.
Welcome.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
Hell yeah, man. I just love having chill people around. So it's always, you just fit right in, man. Appreciate you being here.
No
and we got the returning podcast panelists. We got the homie Ozzknot. How you doing, bro?
I'm okay.
Hold on. Ooh, I'm getting feedback. Okay, never mind. All right. Glad to have you here as always, Oz. And last but certainly not least is TJ Combo X. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good. Ready to get some of these topics out the way, man. It's gonna be an interesting show.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long one.
You were telling me to immediately just yeet the Xbox conversation.
Yeah, I don't want to talk anything.
Yeah,
Xbox,
you know what? I love Game Pass and all, but I really don't feel like talking about it.
Oh shit! Well, I was saying, Mugen, he's a bit of an Xbox guy. Like I know that to you anything is fair game, but you can appreciate some Xbox gaming. So I was like, man, it's good to. I wanted to get your thoughts generally on Xbox tax, but before we do get into that, I do want to give a shout out to everyone in the chat. Welcome everyone. Lowest Expectations, Drake Williams, good to see you. Disney Sheepherder, good to see you. Mad Hatter, 1776, and yo, appreciate y'all pulling up for real. I appreciate it. And real quick, I do want to give a shout out to the channel members. Hold on. Yes. All right. Shout out to the channel members. We got Our Carry, Alex vs. Evil, John Shepard, Admiral T, Kirgit Chennai, Words of Paradise, Adriano Italiano, Retromania, Fake Pear Bear, Tattoo Sama, Nola Boy 504, Panther 111, Severin Evans, Astro Cyborg, Cannoli Sasquatch, Andy Hart, Tokyo TZTV, Osseous 07, Spectre, hashtag 799, Jury, M420, Pigeon Salad, Gray Early, Black Cobra, Lord Metroid, Fuck Naris, Glinzer, Rome, Bruce Manor, Hey It's All Good, Disney Sheepherder, NY Yanks, Gothic Chick, Mad Hatter 1776, Blaze 4K, I'm Arisha Swaglord, Nova Kane, Jacob, Gulf City Navo, Xavier, Odeo, Eastern Conference Gaming, Deathmaster 234, RC Scott Anderson Gaming, FTW, Brandon the Anime Guy, and KRG. Good to see you guys. Ooh. What we got? Favorite Thanksgiving movie?
Ooh. Fucking Rudolph comes on every Thanksgiving.
But it's technically a Christmas movie, though.
Don't give a shit, Rudolph.
The Hobbit used to come on every Thanksgiving when I was a kid. The cartoon, The Hobbit. I used to watch that every Thanksgiving.
Garfield, Thanksgiving special.
Yo, did you see the trailer for the new Garfield movie?
Yeah.
No,
looks fucking dope.
It does look good. I actually really, I love Garfield.
We live in a future. Chris Pratt's gonna literally play everything. So yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm all right with it.
Pretty much.
Hey, get your money, bro.
Look, people were bitching because they always bitch about Chris Pratt voicing anything. But I actually went and watched the cartoon because it was on this app that I use. But I was like, well, he doesn't sound that far from like the cartoon voice. It's not that far off. So I mean, you could bitch that it's Chris Pratt because people just hate Chris Pratt for things that they made up in their fucking head. But I mean, it's pretty close. So. But thanks so much for pulling up, Neozoic. Appreciate you. Got my boy Spectre in the chat. Neo was saying, "What's good, everyone?
What's up, man?
What is up, John the Don? Always good to see you, my boy. And Metalopoly, good to see you, bro. Oh man. So when we start the podcast, I always like to ask, what's everyone been playing? What's everyone been watching? What has piqued your interest as of late, good sirs? And we gonna start off with Mugalore. What you been playing? What you been watching, bro?
Oh, well, I just finished last week Super Mario RPG, so I'm tempted to go back and play Final Fantasy 16 so I can finally finish that damn game and just get that
Do
over
you
with.
want to though?
You're not missing nothing.
I don't really want to, but I have to finish a Final Fantasy game. It's just in my blood.
Wild. What's wild is me and my friends, like my immediate friends, TJ included. We were just talking about Final Fantasy 16 like a month ago, and we all realized we got to like the very end and just didn't give a shit anymore. So we all dropped it at like the very end, and we didn't know like amongst each other that we all did that until we had that discussion, and then we were just like, yeah, it's just boring. It's just so boring.
Yeah, it is kind of boring because I had played it a few times on my live stream and stuff, and I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. But it's a Final Fantasy game. And I beat Final Fantasy games, so I'm gonna try to just rush on through it the best way I can. And another game I've been playing. Well, I really can't talk about. I'm under NDA until tomorrow, I think, and I'll be able to talk about it. But I've been playing. I've been playing a particular game from this developer, so I've been enjoying myself with that. And as far as TV shows, Invincible, I've been watching.
Fuck that. Yeah, bro.
Yeah. And I had a good time watching those 4 episodes. Now we gotta wait until the next half comes out. But yeah, that's what I've been up to recently.
Okay, that's what's up. Oz, what you been playing? What you been watching, sir?
Oh shit. Holy fucking wrong start. I've played Mario Wonder. I beat it. I've played Mario RPG and I beat it. I picked up Street Fighter 5. So that kind of kicked me back into a fighting game. So I downloaded Killer Instinct for the anniversary mode.
Oh yeah,
you're doing the thing that you shouldn't do when you're trying to get into fighting games. Yeah, playing a bunch of different ones simultaneously.
Yeah. Fuck it. What else am I playing? Oh shit. Watching wrestling. CM Punk's a piece of shit. I boldly say that. What else?
Today.
I watch Invincibles.
Fortnite. You finished your Fortnite Battle Pass, and then you showed me how you cheated to do it.
Hell yeah! You goddamn right I did. You goddamn right. Viva la raza, bitches. Viva la raza, bitches.
I lie, I cheat, I steal.
That's right.
I cheat, I steal.
I got Eminem last night in Fortnite. He looks fucking sick.
Oh my god, you were one of those too.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, and I got I got everything. I got the fucking emote, the whole first pass. He has two packs, by the way. I ain't buying the other fucking one. I got the Slim Shady one. This is the 90s version. Fuck that gangster beard bullshit. Fuck that. He looks weird. Nah, bro. I like Slim Shady. My Slim Shady. Not fucking Teddy Slim Shady. Fuck that.
All right. While I do like Eminem, I just have zero interest in playing as a rapper in Fortnite. I just feel like it's so fucking corny. And I know, guys, I'm the one that stands Fortnite, and you guys, the ones that are ashamed of it, look to me to lead you guys and to fight for you guys to play Fortnite if you're above the age of 12. But I'm here to say it just comes off kind of corny as fuck to play.
Whose idea was that?
I don't know.
Hey,
does he talk?
Yeah, no, he does his Slim Shady emo.
It's like when he's saying if it's anime with the 4/4s in the corridor with a hoverboard, like he sounds like that.
Is he doing a Fortnite special tomorrow or something?
It's Saturday. He's gonna be part of the concert. He's doing a live event. It's a pretty big deal because he's like the biggest performer they've ever fucking had.
Event. It's not
Oh,
live.
well, it's live if you're fucking in it. All right, it's pre-recorded, but it's live on the servers.
God.
Whatever. It's fucking awesome. I can't wait.
Guys in the
Because
chat, help me.
This
Send me your energy.
listen. All right. Hear me out though. This is gonna be what I do believe this is gonna be one of the biggest chapters that they've ever done because what they're introducing to this because they're doing some type of Lego Minecraft mode. They're doing some type of Rocket League racing league, and they're doing some type of Guitar Hero type mode. That's pretty fucking huge. They're literally starting to implement other video games into their fucking video games. That's pretty crazy. They're
I mean, they've
starting
been
to create
doing
their
that for a
metaverse.
little minute though. I mean, they
Yeah.
literally stole what's that game? The one that with the sus people.
Oh,
Among Us.
Among
Yes, they
Us.
literally stole the entire Among Us gameplay and put it
Hell,
in
they
a
took
game
Call of
mode in
Duty.
Fortnite.
They took
They
Call of Duty
did.
too. They did
Yo,
Call of
they
Duty
be
too.
wildin', but hey,
So-
but it was actually fun. So I mean, to me, at the end of the day, all I want to do is
The-
have fun. And
The
fun
only reason
games.
why I never played or I couldn't get into Fortnite is because I can't build for shit.
You don't got
I-
to.
There's you
Yeah,
don't
Listen,
have
I heard
listen,
they
Zero.
changed that. I heard they got a mode that
Zero
you don't
mode.
have to. Yeah. But that was the only reason why I would never play it. I can't build to save my fucking life. And it's
Oh, I
too
can't
many
either. Don't worry.
fiends. It's too many fiends when it comes to building. It was just frustrating.
Yes.
So,
I build.
I was
I
very
don't build at fucking all.
I was just at like more than anything else, I was starting to pick up building a little bit when it was finally the no build mode. And then I just went to play no build mode because that's what everyone else wanted to play. So
yeah. Mm.
it is what it
So
is.
they're even starting to have throwing out ideas because they want to do even more live events now, and they're planning their next live event. They want to do Event Summerville, which I'm fucking aboard because that's amazing. They're a great fucking band, and like in their music mode, like the Guitar Hero mode. I mean, they got apparently they have Lady Gaga, Linkin Park, and fucking Alice Cooper, and fuck yeah.
No, honestly,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind like
Fuck yeah.
a skid of Alice Cooper, but looking like demonic as fuck. You know,
Yeah.
that would be pretty fun.
Apparently they're doing one of Ozzy already. Which you know who the fuck's gonna buy that one? This guy.
Yeah. Well, get your credit card out, bruh. Get your credit card.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I think, we're gonna take
Yo.
all your money.
Real quick, I want to give a
Well
shout
done.
out to excuse me if I pronounce your name right, but Chixoplix. I think that's how your name is pronounced. If not, my sincerest apologies. But thank you so much for becoming a Cult of Cage member. If you would like to, if you have a Discord, check the membership tab on the channel and gives you instant access to the Discord.
Yeah.
I have the link there. But thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Really appreciate that. And shout out to John Don. Thank you so much for the two, bro. He says, "Rip to the goat, Eddie Guerrero, Viva la raza."
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. I honestly, I've never. It was one of those things where silently, I kind of just never felt the same way about wrestling ever again once he died. And then when they kind of were, WWE was kind of using his death for storyline related stuff. I just I stopped watching wrestling for a couple of years after that, admittedly, but. Yeah, man, Eddie's the GOAT. But yo, what's good, RC? Appreciate you. All right, Chicks is getting up. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you pulling up. And yo, Undisputed King Nate, appreciate you pulling up. He says I suck at Fortnite. I play Road Company. Road Company's pretty solid.
Yeah,
I
Road
enjoy
Company's
Road
good
Company. Hell yeah. Yo, Trepang 2 is a solid game too. There's a lot of indie games that kind of got snubbed this year. Stuff like Trepang 2. What's it called? Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Those games definitely got snubbed, sad to say. And John says he's been playing Mortal Kombat 1, beat Like a Dragon Gaiden. Okay. TJ, what you been playing? What you been watching? What's piqued your interest as of late, sir?
I've been playing. I just finished Super Mario RPG like a good 45 minutes ago.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
In terms of what else have I been playing? I was playing Mafia Definitive Edition, but for whatever reason, you know what it was? I stopped at the race, the part where you like you're at the
Oh
track. I'm at that
man,
part, so
that was rough. Are you playing on the hardest difficulty
it's
or
not on the
medium?
hardest difficulty, but I think it's. I don't recall. It
Medium.
might be hardest difficult, like the hard difficulty. I don't know if there's a harder than that, but pause if necessary. But
That's what she said.
I cannot
but
beat Mafia Definitive Edition on the hard difficulty because of the fucking race, bro.
that race is pissing me off.
But you know what? It's true to the original game too, because I never got to beat the original game because of the fucking race. So, and I was playing on a Dell laptop when I was like 8 or 9 or 10 years old, whatever have you, on mouse and key, and I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. So, yeah, never got past that race in the OG Mafia because of that. And living up to Mafia, the OG and true Mafia fashion, Mafia Definitive Edition's race is fucking cancer. So
Yeah, I
thank
can't.
you guys.
I can't be bothered
Hanger.
with it.
Thank you so much, Hanger 13.
But outside of that, I've played that. What else have I been doing? That's pretty much it. Like, if I'm not, I finished Super Mario RPG, and then I've been playing poker. That's literally it. I don't really
Yeah.
do much else.
Yo, we got you to download the Prominence poker game, and I'll be seeing you boot that bitch up like, yeah, let's throw
Yeah, I'm
down.
on there all the time now. Like, a lot of
I
people didn't know I
see.
played poker, and then we got that up out of here. So
Man, people ain't know about your days on the PlayStation playing at Kings. What is it?
yeah, I used to
Fort?
play Four Kings like a lot
Yeah,
Oh my
on
god, so did
PS4.
I. Wish it was
that was your
addicting.
bag.
That's
Yup.
where I learned how to play poker. That's what's crazy about it. Like,
Damn.
and I
That's what's
think
up,
with
though.
that game, it's a little bit like in any online game, it's a little bit tougher to try to read because you can't read people's reactions or their faces to be able to kind of get an understanding of whether they're bluffing or not. So it does adds that level of it's a nice little caveat to it. But overall, I do enjoy playing poker online.
Hell yeah. I mean, the fact that you can't read people, it's like you just got to play smart, you know?
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
that's at least how I be. Some people just like to throw their money out there because in the grand scheme of things, the money is meaningless, but hey,
Right.
what are you gonna do, man?
Oh, thanks, chicks.
Hell yeah. So Neozoic asked triple threat game versus Among Us versus Fall Guys versus Party Animals.
Illy said, "What? Triple threat?"
What do you
game?
mean? I don't understand.
Yeah.
So what would you rather play, Among Us, Fall Guys, or Party Animals? I've
Fall
I've
Guys.
tried all three.
Guys,
I only played Among Us. I haven't played Fall Guys or Party Animals, so I'll probably say Among Us.
Yeah, I've played
Fall
all
Guys.
three. I'll say I think Fall Guys is a better game than all of them, to be real with you. Fall Guys just, I mean, it's a service-based game, but it's not egregious. It's relatively fun. It's easy to just jump into with a bunch of homies and play. And overall, they add like new stuff like seasonally. And so I got to give it to Fall Guys. They do a damn good job of being a fun game to play with friends that continues to be refreshing. So that's how I have to go with it. But for me, guys, what I've been playing, what I've been watching. First off, I have to say, I've watched the first 4 episodes of this show called Blue Eye Samurai, and I actually really, really like it. It's keeping me. It's like it's a mature rated animation. And I think that they do a really good job with it. I love it because, and I'm hoping this doesn't change, because the main character is a fucking tomboy. If she turns out by the end of the show to be gay or trans, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. But as of right now, in my mind, she's a fucking tomboy.
I
know,
didn't finish the show, so I can't say.
9 out of 10, that's what happens. I hate to tell you.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like any fucking female that happens to be like, not the traditional female ends up being gay or something else. Like, why can't they just be a fucking tomboy? It's so fucking rare. So I'm hoping that this doesn't end up being fucking like diluting from, oh, she's a tomboy and everyone mistakes her for being a dude and she's just like, whatever, I'm not gonna have this argument with every fucking person, because that I can relate to that. Okay, you know how many times I've been misgendered and I just don't give a fuck. It's like to see people out here just bitching, why I've been misgendered like twice today and I don't know what to do with my life. It's just like, bro, I've lived this life. and it is what it is. I'm not gonna bitch at the person behind the Starbucks desk making my drink. Okay, last thing I need is some asshole to spit in my drink because I go on some form of tangent or rant over something so minuscule. But
So
I'm
was that
hoping.
you made a tweet about something about tomboys? Was that because of that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It did trigger a little something in me. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was trying to figure out like what is this show trying to get at? Because I assumed from the beginning that the character that was in it is a dude, because that's what the narrative is trying to, that was trying to essentially kind of express, like
Mhm.
fool you as the viewer, and everyone else in the show is fooled too, for the most part, which is fucking hilarious. But
Mhm.
the character is like this really, she doesn't speak very much. She's just about her business. So like she doesn't really like talk very much. And I like that. I like characters that don't run their fucking mouth all day every day in an animation or a movie. I just think that there's a lot of stuff filled with so much like exposition that it
Mhm.
annoys me and it naturally turns me off. And that's why I really like Blue Eye Samurai. It's kind of just like it tells the story with the animation, with what's going
Mhm.
on, and not necessarily so
Oh,
much talking and
did
Hmm?
anybody see? Did anybody see that user created a Zelda Studio Ghibli concept?
Oh yeah. I seen that a bit
Oh,
of it.
it's fucking awesome. Nintendo should do it like that. If they're gonna do a movie, they should do it exactly like that. Continue. I'm sorry.
They announced the movie. It's gonna be live action. Sadly.
Yeah, I know. Fucking stupid.
Damn.
Yeah. Sadly.
Did you guys see the trailer for Yu Yu Hakusho? Like,
No, I
Yeah.
I
purposely
don't.
avoided it.
I don't even know what that is.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, I don't mind it, at least from what I've seen thus far. Okay, uh, look, man, I know, throw tomatoes at me. I don't mind it from what I've seen. What I will say is I'm concerned for one particular reason. They showed they're going through like the first 2 seasons, and to condense that into like what, like 8 to
One
12 episodes,
season?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
and
that sounds like a lot.
that's the problem with making live action movies of animes that have long runs, because you
Yeah.
have to either slice or combine characters and villains together into one character, and it just you don't get the actual like authentic experience,
I
so
will say though, they nailed Yusuke. Like I love Yusuke. Yusuke is one of my all-time favorite anime characters. I love like his snob ass sort of demeanor, but in the inside he's actually like a good person. I like that kind of character. I don't like the goofy looking like the Naruto's or even the Goku's at this point. Like I'm kind of over that. I like the protagonists that are kind of snarky or
mhm.
snobby or kind of like a dick, but then when you get to know them, you realize, oh, they're actually not an asshole. They just put on that a little bit of a front. But I'm actually don't mind it so far, in terms of just that trailer. We'll see what happens. I think that they're out. Obviously, I'm not going to give them benefit of the doubt. They're probably going to fuck it up. But I can't sit here and say, oh, it looks terrible. I'd be lying.
Mhm.
I'd be genuinely lying. But we'll see what happens with that. The other stuff I've been up to, first off, I've been playing this game, and full disclosure, I did get a key for it. The game is called Vampire Hunters. I played it for like 14, 15 hours or so, give or take. That game is fun as shit. That game is literally taking Vampire Survivors, the game, and
Mhm.
Doom, like old school Doom, and just putting them together. And it's
Awesome.
Interesting.
it's just addictive. It's crack. I can play it for hours and just be like running through the game. It's like Vampire Survivors, but first person shooter. It's dope as hell. I find that kind of stuff fun. I like those vampires. I love Vampire Survivors and I love Vampire Survivors knockoffs. And this falls into the category, which I think is dope. So that's
Awesome.
another game I've been playing. I got a Steam Deck, so I've been playing a bunch of different stuff just to see how it runs. I've been running through GTA 4, which has been a really awesome experience so far, man. I kind of was dumping on GTA 4 as a teenager because I was just comparing it to San Andreas so much that I
Mhm.
think honestly I may have ruined the experience for myself. So giving it a fair shake, not directly comparing it to San Andreas, being a little more mature, I'm actually really liking GTA 4. So that's what
Awesome.
it
Awesome.
is. I'm definitely looking to play through it and see how I feel at the end. Been playing Battlefield 2042 because they added a map that's actually playable this time around. After how many years of this game being out. I've been playing Sea of Stars as well. I finished up Starfield. I was holding off the ending for so long because I guess we can kind of do a little bit of spoilers. When you finish the game, it kind of goes into New Game Plus immediately. That's the only spoiler I give, and that's why I kind of held off on doing that. But I just went along with it, and I don't know, man. Starfield's one of those where it's like I like it, but it's severely flawed. That's what it is. But yeah, I've been just playing Prominence Poker, like little stuff here and there, a lot of stuff that I can run on my Steam Deck. Just overall, been tried Prototype for the first time in like over 10 years, which was crazy. That game was amazing on Steam Deck, by the way. If you have a Steam Deck, I highly recommend playing Prototype.
Oh, my brothers, they love Prototype. That was their favorite game. Yeah,
that game is dope as shit. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know, it's cool. like a really dark, like sort of X-Men, or it's like Infamous but darker.
I was about to say that because when Prototype came out, Infamous came out around the same time. It was like, it was like a competition between those two. Yeah,
hell yeah. So it's definitely cool to run on a Steam Deck. Yo, Verg Brizzle, what's good with you? Yo, what's good? Cannoli Sasquatch, good to see you. RJ, appreciate you pulling up. Axis, Retromania, appreciate you pulling up and hanging out with us tonight. But hope all is well with y'all. But moving on to the first topic, I guess we might as well just talk about CM Punk and WWE.
Oh boy.
I don't know anything about that. I haven't seen wrestling in a long time. The last time I watched WWE was when WCW and ECW was just brought over, and they was all doing that's the last time I watched wrestling. So I have no idea. I have no comment about CM Punk.
No, it's all good. Well, so just to give the context to the situation, CM Punk had left WWE many years ago, not on good terms. They had an internal dispute, particularly health-related reasons. Apparently, CM Punk had a staph infection, was misdiagnosed by WWE. He believes that they were trying to kill him by forcing him to work under the condition that he was in. He left the company. He quit, and then on his specifically on his wedding, they served him, termination papers, which he took very personally. And since then, he's done nothing but shit on the company. And it's been this back and forth. A lot of people in WWE don't really like him. He since then, many years later, went to AEW when AEW started up, and things went south relatively quickly with him and AEW. He got into a fight with a bunch of individuals, a bunch of wrestlers backstage. He made Tony Khan, the owner of AEW, look like a bitch. And
which was funny, I'm not gonna lie.
It was. I mean, honestly, I didn't even blame him. The fact that Tony Khan puts himself in a position where his employees feel as though they could do that to him in public. I mean, that says to me that you're not much of a man, and that's a personal problem.
Wow.
But
it seemed like Punk, everywhere he goes, seems like his problems everywhere he go. I don't know. It's like he may have some problems or something. I don't know.
It's one of those things where it's like he's definitely a piece of shit, no doubt. But at this point, I just look at it, and just to add the context, he came back for the most recent pay-per-view, and huge pop. People were hype as fuck for when his theme song went off, and it was a pretty epic moment, admittedly so. And Seth Rollins was acting a fool, and I'd have to think that was, just for storyline purposes, but it's known that Seth Rollins doesn't like CM Punk very much. So at this point, I don't know. I know that you're a hater of CM Punk. I know you dislike him. I don't blame people for disliking him. Particularly for me, I'm rather apathetic to the man. I don't care at this point because I know how CM Punk is as a person, and I expect CM Punk to be CM Punk. That's it. So people know how CM Punk is for many years. It's nothing new. So to sit here and bitch about CM Punk's back. I mean, they chose to bring him back, but Oz, I know that you kind of feel some type of way, but you're willing.
Oh, Philly, good old Philly Willie. Let me tell you, Mr. Brooks.
Huh?
That's his real name, Phil Brooks. He's a piece of shit.
Oh,
Let me
it's Willy
see,
Willy.
Billy
Yeah,
Willie,
what you talking about Willie
Philly,
for?
Philly, you got no Willie. He's got a hot wife though. I'm not gonna lie.
Who's mentally ill, by
He's
the way,
just a
and she
piece of
knows
shit.
it.
Oh yeah, well, of course she is. No surprise. He's just. I've always called him a vanilla fucking midget mid Carter. That's all he is. That's all he is. That's all he is. I don't know, man. He's an okay talker on a mic. Yeah, he got the wrong end of a stick. He fucking left because he had staph infections, all this fucking problem. They wouldn't give him time off. So he said, "Fuck it." He left, and then they decided to say "fuck you," and they fired him on his wedding day. And people for years wondering where he was going to go next. He took a really long hiatus from wrestling. And he made a few hints, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not going back to wrestling. I'm done." He went to UFC, and in one match, got his ass destroyed and embarrassed on a national pay-per-view. And then he licked his wounds, and started to talk to promoters. Which by that time, he looked like a fucking bum. I mean, a literally bum, which he's not, because his wife's beautiful. I don't know what the fuck she was feeding him, but she was skinny as shit. So he finally, for people, cried and bitched for him to come back. He came back to WWE for a very short period, but it was on like a commentary position. He did like a little show on the network, but he never made it. He never made it to the actual TV product, like in ring product. But he quit from there. And people were like, well, where the fuck did he go? Where's he going to show up next? So he went to AEW. It was okay. I mean, it was cool. It was nice to see him, but he literally did nothing.
We both gave him a fair shake. Like you
I
and
did.
me were
I
just
did.
like, let's see what
That
happens.
was cool.
It's interesting. Like it's
Yeah.
just add.
It was a fresh start.
Eyes. Yeah.
Was
it was
he
a fresh start?
Was he trying to get in the UFC at one point?
Yeah, he did one match, got his ass kicked.
No, 2 matches and got the shit beat out of him.
Yeah, both horribly. He thought he was tough. He wasn't at all. So like everybody kind of give him the benefit of the doubt. I give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, let's see what you do. But to the point, yeah, Tony Khan is a fucking worm. He's a fucking coward. And he did nothing to back.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. No, because that's very gay. Okay, we're not going to do that.
Am I supposed to read that?
Come punk, we're not going to do that. Come punk.
Oh my god! Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
I don't know where you're trying to take the culture with that one.
Yeah, that's weird. How about slum punk? It looks like he comes from the slums. But like it wasn't the thing. The thing that pissed me off is that you don't throw. It's very unprofessional to throw your whole fucking roster under the bus. That's not cool. That's unprofessional. Okay, you don't have to fucking like them, but you don't need to throw your literally everybody under the fucking bus, and then call them out by name backstage in an actual fucking fight, and then not expect them to fucking do anything. He called out Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks and half the fucking roster. And they're literally going to beat his fucking ass. And security literally had a step involved, and authorities had to get step involved. Not once, but twice.
Yeah. So
they fired him. They let him go. People were actually happy he left. And people were like, well, where the fuck where's he gonna go? And Triple H is just like, I ain't bringing him back. Fuck him. How you doing? It ain't gonna happen. No way now. And he kept it. They kept it on a low. They did little Easter eggs towards SmackDown and Raw, little sprinklings of shit that they would say. And yeah, he came back, and now the whole locker room fucking hates him. So yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
and Blayton said, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." That's literally what he said.
I mean, look. Here's the thing. I've kind of grown a different perspective. Listening to some of the older individuals that were wrestlers discuss it. People like Stevie Richards, for example. I do have like two different perspectives when it comes to at least CM Punk, because like the one thing I have to say about CM Punk, and I have to tip my hat to him, is that this dude knows how to make money doing as little as fucking possible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I give him credit.
Goat.
He works smart.
Go to that shit. But when you really put it in when you put wrestling, when you look at wrestling objectively, wrestling, the art form, is worse than ever before. People get injured
horrible.
doing the most dumb fuck shit, and AEW is a huge perpetrator of this.
And know what's the worst part of it? The fans. The fans.
I don't, at this point, I can't even say the fans. And I think that the fans are cancer. The fans are a big reason why new people don't get into wrestling, no doubt, because of how terrible they are.
Fanboys, I'm sorry.
But it's fair to say that wrestling, when it comes to the promotion, when it comes to the owners, when it comes to all these, the individuals around it, they aren't good at what they do. They don't protect wrestlers. They don't do any of that shit. The wrestlers barely can even protect themselves, and they won't protect themselves. Wrestlers are fucking nuts. I think you have to be nuts to do some of the shit that wrestlers are willing to do. And really, when it comes down to it, in an industry that doesn't really, take the wrestler's health into account very well, mind you, I don't blame CM Punk for acting the way that he does, in terms of, well, I want to do as little as possible and make the bread. I understand that perspective, because it's not like a standard job. You're working a 9 to 5. No, like you put your livelihood at risk. You put your body at risk. I get that perspective. But the problem with CM Punk is that he hates everything wrestling, from the fans to the promotions, to the owners, to the wrestlers themselves, he hates everything about it and thinks he's above it, but all he's decent at is wrestling. He's never been good at anything else. He's tried acting. He's tried UFC. He's tried all sorts of other shit. I think he's made a comic book for one of, I don't know, Marvel or some shit. He's dog shit at everything else. So to think that you're above wrestling, that's the only thing you've been relatively competent at, is fucking insane to me.
Oh shit.
Because I thought about this. I know why they brought him back. Because Vince is not in charge anymore. He's not the owner at all. He's completely gone out of the company now. Triple H is pretty much taken over, and the new organization owns it now. But they're still WWE at heart. But John Cena retired. They have nobody. They have no old schooler now that they'll hold it down. So they probably told Triple H, make him an offer. I don't give a fuck what you do, but we need him on our product. And he's like, okay, and he has to do by what they said. I mean, it's about business. It's not about, because Triple H don't like him. Don't be fooled. Triple H does not fucking like him 1 ounce of a fucking bit. Triple H is an asshole, but he's an honest asshole, and he has the balls to tell him to go fuck himself, because he has Vince's DNA opening. Well, that sounds weird.
Nah, but crazy. Go ahead.
He's got Vince's. Let's say he knows Vince's blueprint. That sounds better, okay?
Yeah, that's way better. Thank you.
Yeah, way better. Ooh, DNA. Oh, I mean, Pat Patterson might have that, but Joe Briscoe, I don't know. But yeah, he knows the McMahon way. So he still knows how to be an asshole. He's not going to be up there like fucking Tony Khan was and just take fucking jabs.
Triple H, he's been a wrestler, and he's definitely had his. People will talk about some of the shit Triple H has done, or how he's acted in the past, but Triple H, at least to some extent, knows how to act like a businessman in the position that he's in. He's willing to put his bullshit aside in order to run a company, at least the best way he thinks he knows how.
Yeah.
Now, whether you think that he's good at it or not, it really depends from person to person. I think that Triple H's leadership only works well in a small promotion sort of scenario.
See, what's interesting now that he has to fucking work. He doesn't have the crutch of Stephanie McMahon. He don't have the crutch of his father-in-law anymore. So Triple H literally has a fucking big employer, bigger than Vince. I mean, he does.
Your rep says, will Triple H fear for his life like Tony Khan?
Oh no, Triple H has too much pride. Tell him to go fuck himself first.
Well, I mean, look, man. Tony Khan is just a fucking mark that liked wrestling all his life. He comes across,
Yeah.
but he's a fucking dork that no one would fuck with. So he's just like, well, if you guys won't fuck with me, I'll create an entire promotion, and then you guys will have to fuck with me.
Yeah. It's
That's
weird.
just how I see
And now
it.
and now Edge is over there. Adam Copeland, he's over there now, and he's doing fucking horribly over there. Actually, Christian's doing the best fucking run in his life. It's hilarious. And Adam Edge is bombing.
You're gonna throw Christian's entire career under the bus.
No, but it's fucking hilarious what he's doing.
Yeah, no, I feel that. But to me, I don't know. I think if you keep CM Punk in WWE for a short period of time before things really come undone, I think that he could potentially be a good thing for WWE. Now, if you leave him there too long and shit
I hate
starts
to
to
tell you,
simmer, things will definitely pop off.
he's probably gonna be the guy to beat Roman.
No fucking way, dog.
He's gonna be I guarantee
No
you
way, bro.
he'll be the guy to beat Roman.
No fucking way.
I think so.
Oz, I think this is one of your common crackhead L's.
Hey, he didn't come back for a reason.
He did come back for a reason. Yes, and guess what?
Money.
You heard that pop in the stadium? Yes, for the pops, and yes, for the money.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he doesn't give a fuck about getting the gold. He doesn't care about that. He's over that shit. He's well over that shit. He just as long as the money's there, he'll do whatever do whatever within reason, as little as possible in his scenario. But he doesn't care about getting the gold. And society says Roman ain't working with Punk. To be honest with you,
Punk
given
hates
the
him.
type of
Yeah,
person
Roman
he
hates him.
is, given the type of person he is, I mean, Roman has pull.
Oh, he's a lot of fucking pull.
He could just say, "Nah, fuck that, I ain't doing it."
A lot of them are saying that they want to work with him.
Yeah, but a lot of people saying they don't want to work with him don't have pull in the company, so it is what it is.
I think they're saying like AJ Styles and like fucking a lot of the known people.
But that goes to show that really wrestling, a lot of wrestlers are immature as shit. As long as a wrestler is safe, I mean, your personal shit aside, you have to work. Like you're supposed to do what you have to do. So for people to have that kind of mindset, being able to think that they thinking that they're Hollywood or some shit, bro. You're in WWE, okay? Less prominence than ever before. Look at the viewership now versus how it was 20 fucking years ago. It goes to show where WWE stands in terms of pop culture in modern day.
Yeah.
Let's be fucking real now. So to act like now you're Hollywood, like you got pull, you could be Hollywood in WWE. Now wrestling is really falling off.
And all honesty, and I don't like Punk. He was very much needed. From of all the tragedies that they've had this year, he was very much needed. And he needed that. He needed that fucking surge. I mean, we have some of the biggest tragedies that we had this year. I just that he needed that resurgence, a little bit of a surge to get him going again.
It's been a lot of behind the scenes when it comes to WWE in terms of Vince and just a lot of deaths with Bray and such. So they definitely in WWE they definitely need a pick me up after all the shit that's gone down this year. Neozoic asks, do you think CM Punk will be the downfall for Triple H and WWE?
No.
No, because I think that they will handle it, in a business manner. And if things do go south, I think that WWE has been around long enough to know how to handle these situations better than how AEW had handled them. Let's just put it that way.
Plus, if it goes south for Triple H, I think within a year's tops, he'll probably start. I feel like he'll start his own thing. I thought that for a really long time.
Yeah. Hooper says, I don't know why people think Punk hates fans, but majority of other wrestlers don't. They hate all the marks and only smile to make the money.
Listen,
and that's facts too.
Hooper,
but here's the thing. CM Punk has actually, thrown hands at fans.
Yeah,
Like,
he hates fans.
there's a difference between like you
Yeah.
hate your fans, but you're willing to tolerate their bullshit. I understand. These people around, these wrestlers around a bunch of people all the time. I'm sure it gets tiring after a certain period of time. So, the thing is, who knows what CM Punk will do? He has thrown hands with fans before, so that's the difference. A lot of these wrestlers, they don't. They may hate the fans, and they likely do, but they don't really go off too crazy on the fans. At most I've seen like verbal shit, but never actually throwing hands. So that's how I feel about that. Yo, Anvis was good, homie. Appreciate you pulling up. Worst thing to happen to WWE was buying WCW. True competition died. Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, WCW did themselves in, man.
They
That's
kill
just what
themselves,
it is.
man.
Yeah.
They did it to themselves.
Where it says, I think you guys are being too hard on Punk. This is a new era, and WWE has been on blast the last couple of years. And you know what? I'm trying to at least give Punk the benefit of the doubt, but you can't deny that we know who Punk is as a person. I'm saying I've accepted who Punk is as a person. I just expect Punk to be Punk. And if WWE goes to hire this person, knowing how this person is and expecting them to somehow be better than what they've notoriously been wrong for, I would say WWE would be in the wrong for that.
There's a promo when MJF and him went back and forth. Boy, MJF fucking smoked him on a microphone. That kid's magic. Literally called him fucking PG Punk. That he literally would literally be coming out here just speaking hustle, loyalty, and respect. And the fucking crowd went nuts because he's right. He was 100% right.
Yeah.
He's just scared. He's just there to kiss ass. That's all he's there for. And make money.
I mean, Punk is just there to make money. I ain't mad at the dude because I think wrestling as a whole is a joke.
I
think it's a joke. The thing is, Punk thinks he's better than wrestling, and that's the problem I have with Punk personally. I think that he's correct when he expresses how much of a joke wrestling is as a whole, but to think that he's not in with it, you are part of the joke.
Yeah,
I think is funny on his part, but that's just how I feel.
Yeah.
But
anyway, I'm done talking about this piece of shit. Can we go? Let's go to the next one.
Yo, Johnny Ortiz was good, fam. Appreciate you pulling.
Hey, the best thing that happened. R-Truth is back. All right, continue.
Randy Orton made a comeback, so that's cool.
Yeah, he did. There's a press conference. And Triple H is sitting there. He's like, let's get the elephant out of the room. He's like, the best thing that ever happened tonight. He's like, R-Truth is back. He fucking hilarious shit. By the way, R-Truth is a comedic wrestler, probably one of the best comedic wrestlers.
Words of Paradise said he met Mick Foley a couple of years ago.
So did I.
Sweetheart, that's cool. No, that's actually really cool. All right, so moving on to the next topic. Yo, TJ, did you happen to play the Suicide Squad Alpha, sir?
I didn't. I was too busy beating Super Mario RPG. I haven't had time to play it yet.
All right, so I'll just give my general thoughts real quick, and then we'll just move on from the topic.
And technically, the NDA allows you to you can't take gameplay. I think you could speak about it though.
Yeah. So obviously, we're not going to show gameplay, but overall, I played it for about 2 hours. I'm going to play it a little bit more just to get through some of the story. But at first, they take you through just playing each character. I think that playing as some characters is a lot better than others. Personally, I think Deadshot, I think he's pretty good. If I were to play through the game, I would play as him because I think that he just feels better, to play as. Then the Shark Dude, I think, is cool too because he jumps around like Hulk, which is really awesome. Now, the other characters, in terms of movement, I don't really like them. I think, what is it, Australian dude, Boomerang, I think he sucks the way he gets around. I just think that's annoying. And I'm really not feeling Harley Quinn. I don't like the way that she gets around either. It's kind of like a very limited. After just playing a Spider-Man game where web swinging is infinite and awesome, to play as a Harley Quinn that web swings in a very limited manner feels depressing in comparison. So that's what it is. The playing on my 3080 11700K, the frame rate is all over the fucking place. All over the place. At first, I'm like, "Oh man, this game is running really well, over 100 FPS during the intro segment." Then when you get past the intro segment, you're going anywhere from 30 FPS to 100 FPS. So I don't understand that. It won't let me lock it at 60. Whatever, man. I don't really know what to say about that. But visuals, they don't look bad. They don't look great either. It's kind of sitting somewhere in the middle. If this is a $70 game, good fucking luck to y'all, Rocksteady and WB. I think it'd be at least reasonable as a free to play game.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I'll wait for Game Pass.
I think that if this game, for example, didn't have like a battle pass, scenario, because that's where they're going with it. It is a live service. If it wasn't a live service, I think this would be a fun $40 game. Now with a live service attached to it, it should definitely go free to play. I'm sorry, this is not. This is not. And to be real with you, I'm the type of person, I think that all these live service games are either garbage to mediocre at best, and then us getting together and playing these games, having fun with it, it kind of makes up for the fact that live service games are just mediocre at best. So that's how I feel personally. So yeah, like this just feels no different to me when I take into account the reality we're going to have live service in it. So it is what it is.
Live service just gives developers an excuse just to give you a half-ass game. They eventually just build on the game over time, and I don't like that method. And there's too many of them. The market is just saturated with them. And when it comes to this whole Suicide Squad game, I just knew it was going to fail from the beginning. It looks garbage. And then most of the characters, like Harley Quinn, guns, like Captain Boomerang, guns. It's a shooter. It doesn't make any sense.
It really it feels like Saints Row 4. It does. I'm sorry. It really does feel like it. I don't know if how close the button placement is in terms of how the characters play, but like I played Saints Row 4 a little bit like last year just for shits and giggles, and I was severely bored. I felt exactly the same way with this game. It's Saints Row 4, but really toned down comedy. That's what it is. At least what I'm generally getting from it this far. If you're a big Suicide Squad fan, I mean, maybe you get your kicks out of it, but I feel like we've been treading like the Suicide Squad story so many times in a small period of time. Like I remember I watched the animated movie. We had the movies themselves and this game, and it just feels like a lot of retreading old ground in a very short few years. So that's just how I feel about it. Was I looking forward to this game? No. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I have been. So I mean, what is my opinion really that helpful? Honestly, no. But having played it for 2 hours, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. So.
I don't know why they delayed the game. I don't know how much time they was going to have to try to change. They already have the foundation. There's nothing they can do about it.
They delaying the game to change the perspective of how the people think of this game after it got leaked out that it is a live service game. That's really what it is. Like when they showed off the trailer and they were like, "Oh, well, it's a Suicide Squad co-op game, but in old Rocksteady fashion, there's a good story crafted in it nonetheless." Like, you think I'm gonna sit here and believe this shit? I'm sorry, bro. It's and you know what? I think that relatively they were trying, because I've seen some of the cutscenes, and it's like while it's treading the same old Suicide Squad thing, like they seem to be relatively competent with the cutscene, the storytelling, kind of getting these characters to kind of bounce off each other a little bit. I feel like they're trying in that sense, but I feel as though the type of game that it is just severely limits your ability to connect to the player from a story perspective. That's just what it is with these sorts of games. So if you're looking for story, I'd say definitely, be cautious. If you're looking for just something dumb gameplay to play with your friends, maybe you can find some fun in it. But the one thing about these games that always bothers me is the reality that it's one of those things where it tries to your friend buys it, right?
Right.
And you feel like you're missing out because you don't have it and you want to play with your friend.
Right.
And that's what kind of influences people to buy these sorts of games. So if it came to Game Pass, I think that would be cool. They'd make money because there's a battle pass and it's a live service. So I mean that would be ideally, I would think, the way to go with that. But I don't think that they're going to do that, especially with the fact the game is from what I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's a $70 game, right?
Yeah.
That is wild to me.
What is it called? Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad, Kill the
Suicide
Justice
Squad.
League.
Yeah. Yep. They're going to kill the
70
Justice League.
bucks.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm tired. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
tired.
it is a $70 game, bro. Yo,
Yeah.
gaming, man. Gaming is wild in modern day. I don't really know what else to say.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and most of the talent left was it Rocksteady anyway. So I wasn't expecting much from them anyway.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Because Rocksteady, they were the goats when it comes to superhero games, man.
Yeah,
Arkham franchise.
They set the standard. All right, they definitely did.
Yo, Devil Shooter, appreciate you pulling up. Hope you're doing well. But the beta is for PC only. That's concerning too, because that game is not very well optimized on PC. Like I said, the frame rate was all over the place on my 3080, so I can't imagine how this shit is gonna run on the consoles.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I'll pass.
And they still be doing was it not a documentary, but he'll be doing like a video series leading up to the launch of the game, just explaining different aspects of the game. And before I jumped into the podcast, I'll look at the video just to get some updates and what they've done with the game, and not impressed at all. And then they were showing off like, yeah, you could do a variety of different things with the combat. Shit off Harley Quinn, and I'm like, you're doing the same combo string over and over again with each of these characters. It's like, yo, I would get bored of this quick. This does not look fun at all, you know?
It does come off like a game that.
Yeah.
And look, I'm kind of, and like lowest expectations here, I'm kind of over the superhero shit. So I'm just telling you guys my perspective, because who knows? Like maybe my opinion is pointless here, because I'm kind of over the whole superhero shit for the most part. I'm looking towards, the next thing, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just comes off very, very boring. Like it could be fun for the most part in terms of maybe some of the cutscenes, the way the characters interact, the little slick shit they might say to each other, but who knows how good that is. To that, I don't really know what to say. It feels as boring as Saints Row 4 feels when you're playing the gameplay. And then with the fact that they're not gonna go there with how Saints Row 4 says some crazy ass wild shit. Temper expectations, guys. That's all I can say. Definitely temper your expectations.
It's just the wrong type of gameplay for these casted characters. They could have just stuck to like a Arkham type game just with the Suicide Squad and just make it co-op. That's all they could have done. It shouldn't have been the gameplay that they have right here. It just doesn't fit. Doesn't fit the characters at all.
Yeah, and to be, I don't know. It's so hard when it comes to these types of games, because I mean, look at Guardians of the Galaxy. I played Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a relatively respectable game, but didn't do well. So like that was,
well,
I wonder how these games.
That also had a lot to do with the Avengers game. Like people like had just like sour taste in their mouth with the Avengers game, and at this point, anything Marvel right now, like besides Spider-Man, people are very skeptical about. So after the Avengers,
as it should be.
Yeah. So after the Avengers, and you've seen Square Enix name on it, and then they say, hey, we also got Guardians of the Galaxy, and Square Enix is the publisher. Like people like, you know what? I'm just staying away from that. I got burnt once from Avengers. I ain't gonna take a chance with the Guardians of the Galaxy. So I think that's what happened with that. Because a lot of people, my little brother, he has Guardians of the Galaxy. He said he loved it, and many people I talked with said they enjoyed it. And then I turn around and
it's a beautiful game.
Yeah.
If you just want a game that's gonna bleed color onto your screen and has decent gameplay, it has a decent, relatively decent narrative. It's a single player game, so it feels more concentrated into trying to be something. I thought it was a relatively decent game, so I would rather play Guardians than play Suicide Squad, in my personal opinion. Now, playing with other people, I could see how people are more influenced to be like, I'll give the Suicide Squad game a chance. And
yeah, that's why they give so many people so many codes. Like everybody that has the email, they're like, oh yeah, we gave you spare codes. Like, come on. Like, we know what this is.
Yo, Blake was good, homie. He said the game just looks lame. it just, I don't know. I personally think superhero shit is corny now. I think I've grown out of it at this point. I used to be super hyped to watch the next latest superhero anything superhero shit. I'd be into it. So 10 years later, now I'm just like, man, this is just corny as fuck now. So that's how I feel. I hey man, if you guys think it's the best game that you played come out this year, I mean, maybe you need to play some more games. But if that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
Right.
But any final thoughts on Suicide Squad Alpha?
I'll be playing it later tonight just to give it a chance.
All right.
I know. Now I will say this. I will say this. I noticed that they give you an option to, like, you know how some companies they'll say, "Oh, don't sell my data," but whenever you select it and you submit your information, they always give an error. So I thought that was interesting.
I tried to do that. Yeah, I tried to do that myself, and I tried multiple times, and it would not accept.
Right. So they have my data.
Wow.
And they're gonna sell it to some nigga in China. So cool.
And guys, I chose to continue playing the game for you because it was the topic on the podcast. So you're welcome. I've officially allowed my data to be sold for you. So
right. So when you see the 2REAL4FEELS on TikTok from somebody else, you know where it came from. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god. But all right, let's jump into Mario RPG because look, I'm the only guys. It's still in the silver foam, whatever the fuck. It's still wrapped, okay? My copy is still wrapped. Everyone here has played it except me, so you guys can throw tomatoes at me. But I know Oz is very, very pleased, and Mugen, I watched your review and you were loving it. I'm like, man, if Mugen's free, I would love for him to come on Thursday and give his thoughts, man, because you played the original, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I played the original. Enjoyed every last bit of it back in the day as well. And the thing is, I never played Mario RPG when it first came out. Like by the time the PS1 came out, I had already owned the PS1, and I remember seeing in a Game Pro magazine Mario RPG, and I'm like, oh, I said, man, they got a Mario as an RPG. I need to go back and pop open my SNES and go give this game a try. And my uncle happened to have bought the game, so I just went around his house and he let me borrow it, and I played through it, and I enjoyed every bit of it. Now, back during that time, I never like completed the game at that time until I got much older when I went to college and got, played on the emulator and then end up playing through it again. But the fact is that I didn't think that this game was ever going to be remade. It just seemed impossible. It just didn't think that this was going to happen because, as I said before, this is monumental here because this represented the relationship between Square Enix now, and Nintendo, and it showed that partnership, that bond that they had. Because remember, the Super Nintendo was known for its RPGs, and Square was the flagship company for Nintendo with Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger, Secret of Evermore, Secret of Mana, and everything. So them coming together to make Super Mario RPG, that was such a big deal, and their relationship was so tight. Squaresoft is literally like telling Nintendo, say, hey, we know you're making a new console. Why don't you, go CD based? And Nintendo, as arrogant as they were, because they were the top dogs at the time, they pretty much ignored Square Enix's or Squaresoft at the time, their suggestion to go CD based, because they wanted to put Final Fantasy VII on the next Nintendo console, and Nintendo didn't listen. They wanted to go cartridge based, and they told them because of the CG renders in Final Fantasy VII, that game would be multiple cartridges. Like, I think over 30 cartridges they said it would be, trying to squeeze that stuff on there. Yeah. So Sony, they just gave the keys to Sony. They went to Sony. Sony said, hey, we disc based, and the rest has been history. And it kind of rubbed Square Enix Squaresoft took it personally. And Nintendo, when they seen Squaresoft go over to Sony, they took it personal as well. And they haven't really been cool with each other ever since then. That's why you see a lot of main series Final Fantasy games on PlayStation, but you would never see them touch Nintendo. But later we started getting spin-offs for the Nintendo consoles, but we still never got a mainline series. But to see this game, it's like it signifies that, hey, like, they patch things up. You know, like we're friends again. You know, and it gets me super excited for the future, for the next Nintendo console, and what potential Final Fantasy games or a potential sequel for this game as well. So yeah, I'm excited for it, man. Like I love
the original director actually came out and he said he wants to do a sequel.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Wow.
please, that would be awesome.
And the Mario RPG was so advanced for his time, they actually had to create a special chip for the cartridge.
Oh wow!
They kind of buried this, their own game, because this came out just a couple of months right before the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, that's why I knew nothing about it. I knew nothing about it because at this time PlayStation is out and then Nintendo 64 is on its way on release. That's why I knew nothing about it until I saw a GamePro magazine and I saw the characters like this on the front. I'm like, what the hell is this Mario RPG? When was this announced?
Yep. 27 years ago, I was fucking 13. Shoot me.
That is wild.
I think with this game, I think they had the perfect rollout. They revealed it at a direct and stated when it was going to be releasing. So it let us know that it was already developed. Nothing about it had come out, so no one knew anything, at least from the outside perspective. So I think overall, what they did with this game and how it played out and just what it is, I think the fact that the director probably played it and enjoyed it and is saying that he wants to do a sequel, I think that's good news.
I think they're already working on it.
I have a theory. Do you remember the original name, the full name of Mario RPG in the 7 stars?
The Legend 7 Stars, yeah. It's not on the box either.
So don't you think it's kind of interesting that it just says Mario RPG?
Yeah, I said it in my video. It's something going on with that. They removed.
I have a theory that there's going to be an expansion and a Luigi expansion because people are asking for it.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you can't. I can't say it, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But I would have it instead of being like Luigi. Instead of having it being Peach, I would have Daisy, and your other person would be Wario. That's what I would do. That's personally my opinion.
There's a lot they can do with it. There's a whole lot they can do with it, and the fact is that they had the Dragon Quest team work on this game as well. So that was, and they kept that a secret. They said we won't tell you until you guys play the game. I was like, oh, what's the big they making a secret out of this?
Yeah,
but the fact is that they kept everything intact. Is 1-to-1. And the thing is, people always make this argument that knowing that it's boring if you play a game that's 1-to-1, like a remake, like because that's the argument with Final Fantasy VII remake. Like, no, it wouldn't do too well if people just play the same game, just play the original. I'm like, wait a minute, like this game is doing really, really good. Like people's buying this up, scored really, really well, and it's 1-to-1. It's beat for beat, just some quality of life changes to meet modern standards, but everybody want to play the original game, So I don't understand that argument people keep making when it comes to remakes.
I mean, these games, there's some games that have stood the test of time, like Final Fantasy VII, the original. There's so many games to sit here and say that, oh, this wouldn't fly if it was a remake. I have a hard time feeling that way. Why are these games still so heavily spoken of to this day? A lot of them.
It's hard to call this a remake though, because it's something of its own standard. It really is.
I wouldn't go that far. It's definitely a remake.
There's some things that they did change a little bit. If you go back and play the original, there's some things that they changed, some dialogue that they changed.
Okay.
But like, it's like, damn, I like just walking around. I kind of like I thought there was like a block here. I'm like, what if the block's still here? I jumped off and bang, there it was. Like, oh fuck, it's still there. I remembered. Oh fuck, it's still there.
Excuse me, have you played Sea of Stars?
Who, me or
TJ or
TJ.
You as well? Mugen.
Oh no, I haven't played that yet. That's another game that I bought and it's still sitting there because I still have a bunch of other games, and I haven't gotten to that yet.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
No, because like I know that there's some things that Sea of Stars does that Mario.
Okay, so I'll say this: it plays in terms of timing your hits, timing the defense. it's the same thing. So if you like that in Sea of Stars, you'll obviously like it in this game because it's the same. It's the same mechanic.
Yeah.
And plus Mario RPG was the one that really started that, timing the button for attack and timing it for defense. And then the rest of the RPG series, especially Mario and Luigi, carried that over. Paper Mario had carried that over. And I think that was a good way to make turn-based a bit more interactive, that, your timing plays a role in the outcome of, of battles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But man, I loved every bit of that experience. I loved every bit of it, man. It just took me back in time. Another thing too, in the original, I never strayed away from the path to find all of the secret, side quests, and I never fought the Final Fantasy balls or the homage to the Final Fantasy balls. I never fought him. And still in the remake, I still never went and tried that out. But when I do a second playthrough, I'll definitely give that a try. But man,
I highly suggest getting the 100 jumps and getting the super suit.
Oh yeah, because everybody keep making videos about the super jump and say it's easier. People keep saying it's easier than the original to get the 100 jumps.
It's still fucking annoying. It's still the game. That's my only gripe about this. My only gripe about this game.
Why it's hard? One part of it is hard.
It's easy.
Yeah, super easy.
Oh, okay.
It's easy.
Yeah, you'll beat the game, and I don't mind. I don't mind it. I just wish that with all the new mechanics that they added to it, they should have had a higher difficulty to meet those new mechanics, because add those new mechanics made the game even easier. The game is very easy. Yeah, because the thing is, Nintendo knows that when kids go to the store and they see a Mario game, kids are going to buy this. So they knew that it was going to be a young audience that's going to pick this game up. So it's pretty much like a beginner's RPG to get younger people. To get people who don't know anything about RPGs.
It was mine.
Yeah,
that was my first RPG back in the day.
Yeah. And it was still fun regardless. I enjoyed it, but these new mechanics made this game busted. It just made it busted. I'm like, damn, this is too easy.
It did. So in regards to the game, I played I think it was like 10 hours. I died once, and that was towards the end of the game. And it's because the boss I just couldn't remember how to defeat. And then once that happened, I said, okay, I know what to do. Ran through it, and then I didn't die any other time. So it was literally one of the easiest games I've ever played in a long time.
I died so fucking much because I haven't played RPGs in like fucking forever. I died so much.
Yeah, I only died once, and that was at the beginning. I was fighting the Hammer Bros at the beginning, and the thing was, I still wasn't getting my timing right for the defense. And all I had to do was heal myself. I said, no, maybe this final hit would kill him. So I decided to just not heal. And I attacked the Hammer Bro. He didn't die. And I had like one HP left, and he threw the hammer, and I didn't block it, and I failed at blocking it, and I died. I was like, oh hell no.
Another thing I love is the cutscenes, the original cutscenes that they put into it.
Oh yeah,
they're fucking and they're beautiful.
Yeah, definitely beautiful. The only thing that I was kind of upset at is that the cutscenes are so beautiful. It was kind of weird that there was no voice acting, because you always see the text, and I'm like, man, I think some voice acting would have fit perfectly.
Yeah,
cutscenes, But other than that, man,
yeah.
Other than that, it's still a great game, man. Still a great game.
Do you guys think that this remake did the thing that seems to elude all remakes from being able to do, which is be better than the original?
Yes.
Yeah. Because everything is there. It just added more, more to it, to meet today's standards and stuff. And I enjoyed every bit of it. And you get the classic music too. If you want to play with the classic music, you can run with the classic music. So
there's other people to see, certain characters that
that
look out for.
Yeah.
Look out, there's two of them.
Yeah, other Nintendo characters. Yeah.
Okay. Do you what am I to ask?
Actually, there's three of them. Sorry.
From what I noticed from this game, there's characters in the game that I didn't even realize were in the Mario universe. I've never seen them before besides this game.
Which characters?
Just a lot of the enemies, because I've never seen. There's so many enemies in that game that
there's
I've
a lot of
genuinely never seen before. And I've played a decent amount of Mario throughout my life. Not everything, but a lot.
and some of them are cross between Final Fantasy and Mario characters at the same time.
Yeah.
Because you have Bahamut on there. It's like a Mario rendition of Bahamut. It's like a
Oh,
cross
wow.
between Yoshi. It's like a cross between Yoshi and Bahamut. or
Dude, who's
whatever
badass?
like
Like an eye patch. He's fucking
that.
dope.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's dope as shit.
Yeah, you have the Axum Rangers. They pretty much the Power Rangers that you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a
in there.
fun fight. I
That's
like
Yeah,
that
that was
fight.
definitely fun. Yeah, so it's a both Final Fantasy and Mario DNA is in that game, and that's pretty cool because from what I saw on YouTube, people were fighting that hidden boss, which is like a homage to Final Fantasy, and it actually has the Final Fantasy victory theme and everything. I was like, oh
That's
man,
funny.
like
Wow.
geez, I was like, that's pretty cool. That's
That
pretty
is
cool.
cool.
He should have
So
added
cool.
chocobos in there. That's what he should have did.
The one thing that this game has me like really excited for, and no disrespect to the game, I do want to get to the game. Just me playing on a Switch is kind of hard. It's hard to get me to get on a Switch in modern day. I'm sorry, but I will be playing it soon. That is a promise. But the one thing that this game does have me excited for is for Dragon Quest III Remake, because that
Oh yeah.
that was announced years ago, and I've been kind of concerned.
Yeah, because we heard nothing after that.
Square is in a bad place now, but seeing them able to do this game and make a really good remake of Mario RPG, that makes me pretty excited and gives me at least some hope for Dragon Quest III Remake, because Dragon Quest III Remake is actually the first RPG I ever played. I had it on the Game Boy Color, and I
Oh,
could
wow.
barely read. So I never really got to get that far in that game. I was like 5. So me playing that, I didn't really get to have the experience that they was intended. So I would love to play a remake of it, and for the remake to live up to the original and be hopefully as good as Mario RPG remake. So
Mhm.
that's what has me pretty much like, okay, I think Square can do this. Square I think is in a terrible place, but
Oh yeah, for sure. That
Yeah.
company needs a real shake up with management and everything. You know, the thing that really boggles my mind about Square is because it's like I'm in like a love-hate relationship with them, because sometimes they make great games or great decisions, and then they turn around and make stupid decisions. And like, what are you guys doing? Like, why? And then you had that one CEO who wanted to push emphasis on NFTs. I'm like, yo, you guys are doing bad financially after you had that dud Avengers, and then this guy comes in and take over and say, hey, we're going to push NFTs. I'm like, are you like, read the room? What's going on? Like,
Damn.
oh my god, that company frustrates
Yeah.
the hell out of me. Really do.
yeah, I think small scale games, like some of the games that they make that are small scale,
Yeah.
people love, like Octopath Traveler.
Mhm.
Those
Yeah.
2 games that they have are amazing. People there's this cult following for Bravely Default,
Yeah.
and people seem to love all those releases. When it comes to those types of small scale RPG games that are
Mhm.
turn based, they tend to hit it out the park. But when they start getting into doing live, like action based, action focused, or
Mm.
try to do these massive budget games, they tend to fold like a cheap tent. So I don't know.
You know,
Go Oz.
this gives me hope because people have begged for this game for fucking decades to come back. A very long time, people have begged and cried for Nintendo, please do a remake, because this game is just it's awesome. This gives me hope, and I hope this shows that maybe, just maybe, one day we can get the Legend of Dragoon remake.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. But the thing
Me,
is, Sony had gotten rid of their Japanese studios. They have gotten rid of them.
oh, guess what? They can go to somebody else's platform.
True.
I mean,
Yeah, they're gonna have
Bluepoint is
to do
there,
stuff.
so it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. You got a point with that.
And that's been
Yeah.
rumored. It's been rumored for quite a while that the owner of Blue Point is talked about the Legend of Dragoon.
And Shuhei is still there. He was the I forgot what his position was at the time, but he had a hand in that game being developed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, I mean, he may push for it. Who knows? Especially because he loves playing Switch games. So, if he wants to see a remake of an RPG on the PlayStation, that would be the one to redo.
Man, I tell you what, I'll do one solid Thug tier if that game would come out. I'll be great.
But as far as Square's concerned, man, yeah, a lot of their smaller projects I really enjoy. Like I got Alive. Enjoyed the hell out of that. Completed
I heard
That's
that
that's
good.
game.
really good. I need to
Yeah,
get
Is
it.
it?
Alive is a remake of it never came to America,
Okay.
the original in the SNES, and they
Yep.
decided to remake it with the
That look
Octopath
cool.
Traveler graphics. And it's awesome. It's a fucking awesome JRPG. Then they remade Trials of Mana.
I
Played the
love
hell
that
out of it.
game.
Love this damn
I
game.
love that game. I played it on the PlayStation
Love it.
4.
Never played it.
Love
It's
it.
awesome. It
Yeah,
is so much
this is
fun.
a remake, and this never came to the United States. They decided to bring it to the United States in the form of a remake, and they did a good fucking job, 1-to-1. Good job.
Hmm.
And then, of course, Octopath Traveler. I still haven't opened this yet. It's the first one, still in the
A lot of
plastic.
people love that.
And then,
game.
of course, Triangle Strategy. I got this or whatever. Still haven't opened this yet, but
The hell is
everybody
that?
said great things. It's a tactics game, made
Okay.
by Square Enix. And then, of course, Bravely Default 2. I still haven't opened this yet. I had the first one on the 3DS, which was really good. And I have Bravely Default 2. Still great games. And then, of course, Star Ocean, The Divine Force on the Xbox Series
I
X.
wanted to try that.
Yeah, I made this. This was my game of the year of 2022.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this more than any AAA game that was out last year. Enjoyed the hell out of this. And then another tactics game or strategy, real-time strategy, Deal Field Chronicles, I bought for the Xbox, and this is made by Square. Enjoyed the hell out of that. It's like a mixture of, how I would say, like you command your troops like Warcraft or Command and Conquer, but it also has that Fire Emblem type of feel to it in Final Fantasy Tactics. Really, really good game. It's very, very political. Game of Thrones like, and the ending ends on a cliffhanger. And man, they have to make a sequel to this. And then, of course, I bought the remake to Star Ocean 2, which I haven't got around.
I want to get that
yet.
too.
And
Yo,
I have the original. I have the original on the
dog.
PS1. Yeah, so this is all these smaller projects made by Square. I enjoyed those more, especially more than Final Fantasy 16 and all these other big projects these guys have been putting out. These smaller projects to me was much fun, and I want them to stay on that course and continue to pump out games like that. I really enjoy those,
Yeah. No, I agree. Like there's a lot of games that I do need to catch on from Square that are small games but long games. Okay, like that's the issue. Like they kill it when they have small scale RPGs or tactics based RPGs.
Yep.
I don't know what they need to do to hone in their their stuff. All I know is, look, if they fuck up Dragon Quest, I will burn them to the ground. Okay, like, they've been doing some bullshit with the side Dragon Quest shit, and you know what? I'll let that shit slide. If you fuck up Dragon Quest 3 remake or Dragon Quest 12 after how amazing Dragon Quest 11 has been, I will burn you the fuck down. I will rip you. Okay, the bastion of hope is that Dragon Quest mainline Dragon Quest will still be sacred. If you fuck that up, it is over.
Well, they said 12. They're gonna try something different. I don't know what they mean by that.
This is what concerns me, bro. This is my problem.
Look,
they've tried a lot of different things with Final Fantasy, and look where they at. They Final Fantasy has 3 different fan bases: the fucking turn-based fans, the action-focused fans, and MMO fans, and nobody's buying everything. Nobody.
Yeah.
Okay, they're either gonna buy one of the 3.
Yeah.
That's what they fucked up with Final Fantasy. So you could try that. Oh, we're gonna try something new with Dragon Quest 12. But best know, look at your main franchise and how you fucked that up. And if you want Dragon Quest fans, to buy your shit, you better be careful with what you change about Dragon Quest. Because the main thing about Dragon Quest that motherfuckers love about Dragon Quest is that it stays traditional. That's what it is.
And that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that Dragon Quest 12 may go action. That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of. They obsessed. They hell bent on just going action role playing games with their traditional franchises. I don't mind them doing new IP and it's
side games.
Yeah.
Not the main line shit. All right. Like that's why I don't care if they release a dog shit side Dragon Quest game. Like Dragon Quest Treasure, I tried it. I played it for less than 2 hours. I reviewed that bitch on Steam.
I enjoy Dragon Quest Builders, and me and my daughter,
Builders is
played
cool.
that. Yeah, Builders is pretty fun. And Dragon Quest Heroes, it was Dragon Quest Heroes 2 that I have bought for the PS4, And to be honest, it was Dragon Quest Heroes 2 that got me into wanting to try a mainline Dragon Quest game, because I'm not really into Dragon Quest. I never really played a Dragon Quest game. I heard of them,
Yeah,
I've
same.
seen them, but never played them. But it was Dragon Quest Heroes 2 that made me want to go buy, and I bought Dragon Quest 11. The one I got
You
that on
have
Nintendo.
to play
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I have it. Still haven't opened it yet. It's still in the plastic.
You have to play it.
But it
It's
made me
so
go.
awesome.
Yeah, it made me go out and buy that, because with Dragon Quest Heroes, they mix Dynasty Warriors with Dragon Quest, so it's still played like a Dragon Quest game. You go through towns, you can go, buy equipment and everything, but it
That
had
sounds
that
cool.
but it had that Dynasty Warriors where it's a bunch of enemies coming at you at once and stuff like that. It still had those elements in there, and then it had a multiplayer a component to it where you're able to play with other players on the internet, and you can get a lobby and go through dungeons together, and you saw puzzles just like a regular JRPG or a Dragon Quest RPG, but it's just Dynasty Warriors cross.
I heard
Dragon Quest.
I heard the Zelda one is really good too.
Oh yeah, I got that too. Hyrule Warriors. I have the Edge of Calamity, or I can't remember off the top of my head. I have that as well, and that was actually pretty good. That is actually pretty good. Matter of fact, I enjoyed that more than I enjoyed Breath of the Wild for some reason. But yeah, it had more story to it, I guess. I love my games that have story, and I want a Zelda game to have an epic story, like some cinematic storytelling.
I like the first Hyrule Warriors. The second one just runs so fucking bad.
No, yeah, now
on the Switch,
I
man.
agree with that. I have
it's so tough, bro.
Yeah. I agree with that, and that's another thing about the Nintendo Switch, and it's like power, man. Like, it's so many games that can have great potential. Like Breath of the Wild I believe that the world could have been even massive and more populated if the Nintendo Switch was a much beefier console.
Yeah.
Even Xenoblade, like Xenoblade's worlds could have been much more expansive and much more involved if the console had the power and the juice that it needs. So hopefully the next Nintendo console give us the power that we need to create some great game. Like, I mean, Nintendo's already making good games, but to give the games what they deserve as far as its power and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely to have some leeway with what you can do in these worlds. But Slyker asked, there's a next mainline Dragon Quest coming out, and yes, there is. They announced it years ago. It's believed that it's in development hell, which wouldn't surprise me at all, given it's Square. But Dragon Quest 12 was announced like 3 years ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago. It was about 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, because they had a title for it and everything, and then that was the last thing we heard. Of. And then is there a rumor that they supposed to release an offline mode version of Dragon Quest 10 or something like that?
Yeah.
They
need to stop making their mainline like series into MMOs. Just stop doing it. Just call it something else. Okay, like let's just have a streamline of what is what. Jesus, I don't know about Square sometimes, man.
Yeah.
But you definitely have to play Dragon Quest 11.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. Definitely will.
It's so much fun. You're gonna meet like a character named Jade, and then once you meet Jade, you're going to be like, oh my god, she's like the most underrated like female character in all of gaming. She's a fucking badass in a really cool, respectable way. Like, awesome character.
Definitely gonna look into it. Definitely gonna give it a try.
Yeah, no, Sly Chris is in love with the cozy Dragon Quest experience, amazing OST and characters. Facts. I love the music in Dragon Quest, and even Chris here saying Dragon Quest 11 is phenomenal, and it really does knock it out the park, man. If you like turn-based, Dragon Quest 11, man, is just, I don't know. It's like I'm genuinely in my happy place when I was playing that game. So I wouldn't mind to revisit it all by any means, but I still need to play. I need to unwrap this. Unwrap this.
Play the damn game.
Maybe this week I'll start to run it. But like I want to commit myself to this game because it's a game I actually had interest in playing.
Well, you can beat the game in like you can beat the game in 12 hours. It's short.
Really?
Yeah, it's a short game. Yeah. You can beat it in 12 hours.
Okay, why am I bugging? I'm here like, oh man, this is a JRPG.
No,
I have to have at least 30 hours.
It's a beginner's RPG. You can beat it in 12 hours.
Okay, that's not bad. That's actually like, okay, I can fit that into something. Now 30 to 60 hours is a different story.
It's comedic, but it's not all comedic. There is some serious stuff in there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, and that's what I like about it too is that I wasn't at the time. I wasn't used to seeing my like characters like Mario with a personality like Peach and put them in the RPG format, especially with Square at the helm of it. I thought it was pretty neat. Like I like Bowser. Bowser, like actually,
Yeah.
he's a nice guy, really, behind all that roughness and stuff like that. He actually does care for Mario, and he does care for Peach and stuff like that. Even for his crew, even for his minions. When you play through the game, when you run into your minions and stuff like that, he it's some character development there. I found pretty interesting. So I'm telling you, you're gonna have a good time with this game. You're definitely gonna have a good time with it. And they was able to accomplish that despite it being easy. They were still able to accomplish it, making it a fun game and enjoyable.
Damn, they need to add like a new game plus with like a new difficulty.
Yeah, like I said, with the new
They should.
mechanics, with the new mechanics, it makes the game too damn easy. Like the game is already easy, but with the new mechanics they added to it, it's just too damn easy.
'Cause I could see like since it's not a very long game, at least by RPG standards, I could visualize people being able to run through the game again at a higher difficulty and get more of
Yeah.
a challenge out of it. Like it's
I
doable.
think if you try to do everything, you can probably get about 15 hours, maybe
Yeah,
17.
there's after you beat, there's some more stuff that you can do.
Yeah. So you can better squeeze
Huh.
more, close to 20 hours or
At least
whatever.
20 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. You can probably get that much out of it and
That's what's up.
everything. Yeah.
All right, so I mean, I don't know if you guys do grading or whatever. You're welcome to do that. If not, any final thoughts on Mario RPG the remake?
I would give like me personally because I didn't give it a grade. It was just me expressing like my love for it and everything. I would probably give it like a 9 out of 10. The only reason why I wouldn't give it a 10 is because of how easy it is.
Yeah.
Is that damn easy or whatever. But other
That's
than
fair
that,
for sure.
9 out of 10 is it's an
Yeah.
excellent game.
I'm with Joe on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. TJ, any final thoughts on Mario RPG?
If you're someone that likes turn-based games, something that's quick, relatively, that you could just have an enjoyable experience in a small amount of time in terms of maybe 10, 12 hours, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario RPG is definitely a game that you should try out. I recommend it. If you enjoy Sea of Stars like I did, and you played the original of this game like I did, then you will definitely enjoy the timing system that they have in terms of the attacks and defense. So
Mm-hmm.
give the game a shot. If you find it on, for sale or you want to pay full price, that's up to you. But yeah, definitely get the game and have fun.
Hell yeah. No, that's what Nintendo got. They got it on lock, is fun factor. So gotta respect
Yeah, they're
it.
2
Yeah.
for 2 in terms of the Mario games that I played this year.
Because
So I've enjoyed
like
it.
for me, Wonder for me is a 10 out of 10. That's a perfect game for me.
Damn.
And from a little bit of Wonder I played, because first when I first seen Wonder, I said, man, it's just another fucking 2D Mario game that everybody keep hyping the fuck up. It's just a 2D Mario game, but I played it over a friend's house. I was like, oh shit, this game's actually fun.
Yeah.
I'm actually enjoying myself. So
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
Bro's asking, let me ask you though, what is worth $60? Octopath Traveler 2 or Mario RPG? And I think naturally people are going to just naturally side with Mario RPG just because it's one of the most
How does
long-standing franchises.
Yeah.
And the shame is, like, from what I hear, like, the Octopath series is a really underrated gem.
Mhm.
So maybe it's worth 60. I haven't played them, so I can't really speak to it, but a lot of people love like the Octopath games that have played them. The issue with Octopath though is the reality that it doesn't have like that mascot character that really drives that
Mhm.
franchise. So it's naturally people are going to be like, well, I'd rather buy Mario RPG than Octopath Traveler 2, even though I'm hearing Octopath Traveler 2 is low key like a game of the year to a lot of people. So that's just my genuine thoughts. But
Yeah.
hey man, play what you love, man. That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
Mhm.
so Delta here says just finished Suicide Squad with Pickles. Take that shit and throw it in the fucking trash, yo.
God damn. God
Yo,
damn.
my condolences to you and Pickles on your
Damn.
time, sir.
Damn.
And I was in a chat and we was hanging out and I was like, man, I'm trying to be fair to the game. I don't want to just shit on it. But They ain't much for me to go on. And at first I
Gems.
was saying, well, at least the performance is pretty good. And then you get to like the Hall of Justice area, and then the frame rate starts fucking tanking. And I'm like, well, that was the one thing that I could say about it that I can no longer say about it. So
That's
oh my
crazy.
god.
Well,
Yeah,
Damn.
Blaze actually put out a tweet where he showed himself on Steam uninstalling it.
Oh,
Yo!
shit.
god damn.
Oh shit.
Damn. Delta said 8 years of waiting for another game, and this is what they do with it. And it's sad that that's the case. Yes. People been waiting for a Rocksteady game for a minute, and it's sad that it's just on the low range, on the low scale in terms of quality or just in terms of something people wanted. But moving on to the final topic, we got one that TJ definitely didn't want to talk about, but we do got to talk about it because I'm interested to hear y'all's thoughts.
Let me get my
'Cause,
comforter real quick. Hold on.
oh shit. Get your pillow and blankie and all that shit. But there's been a big discussion in the community since the Game Awards announced the nominations. And personally, I don't give a fuck about the
Yo,
Game
who the
Awards.
hell is wilding out in the background? That's crazy. that was a great
I
time.
don't know. So someone's definitely having fun. But
Jeez.
when it comes to the Game Awards, you know, basically the Game of the Year nominations did not include an Xbox game. And people right away were saying, well, this is the Xbox tax. And while I think that definitely there is some bias towards Xbox, I think that there's a lot of reasons to explain why. Now, the Xbox tax, basically to explain the term, it's just saying there's bias towards the Xbox brand, especially in regards to journalism, in terms of the media, all of that. So I don't know, Oz, you're a bit of an Xbox dude, and you as well, Moogie. You guys are cool with Xbox. Like, how do you feel in regards to how Xbox is treated amongst gamers, amongst journalists, amongst the media? Do you feel like they get a fair shake, or do you at least question something?
It's about 50-50. It really is. Like this solid year, their focus was on the transaction. That's where it was. I know it's a stupid excuse. Maybe that's why the games were as quality as they could have been. That's my only thing. They were focused on nothing else but getting that deal done. I mean, it sucks because Hi-Fi Rush wasn't a fucking amazing game. It was a really good fucking game. It's probably the best game I've played on that system this year. I didn't. Goddamn, Redfall. See, Redfall was such a punch in the dick. It really was, man. It was such a punch in the dick because it had so much promise, and it didn't even take a step, and it felt like a fucking. It fell right on its face. It's sad. What a piece of shit video game. I know, and they're still trying to fix it. I hate to tell you, pull the fucking plug. It's over. It sucks.
So, to me, it's a waste of resources to be like, oh, well, we're gonna fix it.
Just
we're gonna fix it. What is the point? No one's gonna play it. Nobody cares.
The characters are boring. No one gives a fuck. Make the next game. Go on to Doom. Thank you. Do something else.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. No, continue. We'll get to it after.
Starfield. I'm not really big on RPGs. I'm not at all.
To be fair, you don't really like Bethesda games.
No, I don't. I like Doom. That's about it. Well, I like Hi-Fi Rush now. So that's two at least.
I'm saying like they're open world RPG games.
Right.
Like, you don't really. You're not into those. You do like Doom.
No,
you definitely.
I do. I fucking love Doom.
You enjoy Hi-Fi Rush, but like their in-house open world RPG crew, you ain't it.
Yeah. Starfield. I was just like, I don't know about this game. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna fuck it. It's a No Man's Sky ripoff. Blah 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 blah. And I was just like, you know what? Let me put my biased, hateful gamer to the side and give it to the benefit of fucking doubt. Because I'm like, okay, I rewatch the trailer. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. You build your own ships. You can, you can cast your own crew on your ship, and you hire your own crew on your ship. You do all this shit. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I played it. I fell the fucking sleep. One of the boring openers I have ever played in a video game. That opener was dog shit.
And admittedly, out of all Bethesda's open world RPG games, Starfield definitely has the worst opening out of all of them.
Horrible.
It does pick up from there. It does get better from there, but it is the worst.
So
admittedly so.
I look past that, like, okay, I'm awake now, so let's play this game. Okay, I'm flying around, so it's not too bad. I'm floating down, I'm walking around, and I just sat, I looked around, I looked at the first city, I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I've seen what I need to see. This isn't for me. And I stopped playing.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm not saying it's a horrible game. I'm not. I think
it's
there's
not
some really
for
cool.
you. It's definitely not for you.
It's not.
I
I've
think
seen the potential.
look,
I see the potential.
Bethesda open world RPG games are for me. I've always liked them, but here's the issue. There's a lot of issues with Starfield. I like it, but it does have problems. It's not avoidable. You can't sit here and say that Starfield is a 10 out of 10 game. You're full of shit. Straight up.
Just like Forza, the new Forza that came out. I played it. Beautiful racing game. Not my type of fucking racing game.
Yeah.
Like graphically, it's a fucking showcase racing game. It's beautiful. Beautiful racing game. The physics is fucking outstanding. It's not a racing. It's not my style racing game. I'd rather have Horizon.
So, do you think overall that there is a bias towards Xbox that is really keeping Xbox from being able to succeed?
But you know what? They pushed themselves into this corner because of all that negative shit that they were doing towards the Xbox One era. It's all that bad shit. It's carrying over them. It's like a fucking shadow things over them.
Do you think it is a nefarious bias from the industry, or do you think it's just a natural sort of developed bias over time due to how Xbox has conducted itself over the past decade?
Yeah.
Look, overall, man, like Microsoft haven't announced a game that I really fucking want on their platform. Like Xbox One is where all of the nightmare had begun with that console. Like every generation, I always get all three of the competitors. But when it came to that generation with the PS4 and the Nintendo Wii U and the Xbox One, I totally skipped the Xbox One. There was nothing on that damn console that I really wanted on the Xbox One. I just got the PS4 and I got the Wii U. Didn't bother. But when it did come out with the Xbox One X, I said, man, maybe I should go grab it. But I said, I'm afraid to go get it because they might announce the next Xbox console by the time I decide to go pick it up. That's why I didn't bother it. And I was right. The Xbox Series X and Series S was announced during that time. And I was like, you know, fuck it. I'm not going to grab it or whatever. But there's nothing that they have announced as far as exclusives or anything that was going to attract me to say, hey, you know what? These guys got competition for Sony and Nintendo, but they don't have anything. Hi-Fi Rush was the only thing that caught my eye. When they announced that and they showed it off and they shadow dropped it, I was like, holy shit, this is what I want to see. This is what I want to see from Microsoft. But when they was announcing was it Redfall, I'm not really a first-person shooter guy to begin with, but it didn't look interesting to me. Everybody hyped that game up. I said, this game looks mediocre as fuck. And then Starfield, everybody was like, this is the coming of Christ for Xbox games. I'm like, this game look bland as fuck. This game look bland as fuck. Like, and the thing is, like, I'm not really into Bethesda, like, except for Doom or like that. And besides Doom, when it came to like Fallout, I always thought Fallout was fucking overrated. I always thought that Skyrim was fucking overrated. Most of the games are a buggy fucking mess. And
not Oblivion, baby. Not Oblivion. You didn't say Oblivion.
Those games was always fucking ugly looking and buggy as shit. And I remember back in college when Fallout 4 came out, I remember every fanboy skipped all their college courses to go pick that game up. And the game was littered with fucking bugs. And then I would look at the reviews. And if it was any other game at that time, they would shit on that game for having so many damn bugs that will fuck up your game and everything. But Fallout always used to get a fucking pass. And I said,
did.
sooner or later, Bethesda is going to fuck up with the fans, and the fans are going to wake up to this shit. And when Fallout 76 came out, everybody woke up to that bullshit they was pulling with that same weak ass, that old ass engine they keep putting a band-aid on. And then when I looked at Starfield, I said they're going to use that same fucking engine. They didn't fucking learn. They use that same fucking engine and shit. And then when they finally revealed Starfield, I said, yo, this shit look bland as fuck. The visuals look dingy as shit. The frame rate looks ass. I'm like, why is everybody is calling this the next coming of Christ? And every fanboy on Twitter was just putting this game up so high. And I'm like, dude, this game looks mediocre as fuck. Y'all going to be disappointed. And guess what? It caused a lot of controversy, and there was some disappointment. It was. And is there a bias? I think with some journalists, there may be some bias, but overall, they haven't been putting out anything. They really haven't.
Basically, you think that there's some natural bias, but there's no conspiracy theory to doom Xbox.
Yeah, I don't think it's a conspiracy theory. Like, they haven't been putting out anything really good. And what's that other game that's coming out? That exclusive with the chick, she always go crazy out her mind.
Hellblade 2.
Yeah, they keep showing how
I don't care about that at all.
Fans are even praising that game. I said, yo, we haven't seen gameplay.
I don't care.
We haven't really seen any gameplay of this.
Yeah,
like show us some gameplay. Like, show us something.
I was just reading apparently that the fuck's that game called? That zombie game? But the fuck's it called? That it got deleted a couple times already. What the hell's it called? What the hell's it? Not a zombie game, but it's like an open world, like post-apocalyptic game. Avowed. Hold on.
Are you talking about State of Decay?
No, not that. 1 second, I'll look. It was made by that country that got a
Stalker 2.
Yeah. Apparently, they're saying it's done. And it's supposed to have two different performance modes, a 60 frames and a 30 frames. And they're saying it's pretty much done. And they're saying it could come out early next year. It could very well be getting a silent. It can get a silent drop at the Game Awards. I can see it happening.
Yeah. Like, this is the thing. I was a fucking like I was the main defender, especially for the Xbox One. I told a lot of Xbox fans, especially during the Xbox One, I said, look, you can might as well just write off the Xbox One. If you're expecting some cool exclusives, you can fucking forget it. They fucked that console up so bad. I said they've been buying up studios. Phil Spencer been buying shit up. I said, yo, guys, get ready for the next console because they're going to show their ass. So you can just say fuck Xbox One. When its next console come out, they're gonna deliver the fucking goods. And then look where we at. Look where we at. We 3 years in and shit. And we got all these fucking duds, and they're buying studios, and these fans, these delusional fans are celebrating that they're buying studios, but where are the fucking games? And I've been defending Xbox.
You know what's sad though? I love my Series X. I think it's one of the best consoles they've ever made.
I love my Series X too, but
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
But here's their saving grace. This is the card that they can play, and they've played it well. Game Pass. Game Pass has saved them. It saved them. It's their saving grace. It's the only thing that's keeping them afloat. It's the best.
At this
besides
Game
Steam.
Pass, look, guys, Game Pass shills are literally Jehovah's Witnesses. I swear to God, y'all have the same fucking demeanor.
But it's the truth.
And ring my doorbell. Like, have you guys praised your Lord and Savior Xbox Game Pass today? Like, yo, it's like the same shit.
Hey, but it's a good service though. I really listen.
It is.
Steam's the best. Is the better service because it's fucking free.
Here's the problem. It's like when you have Xbox and you're saying, well, their saving grace is a service that is cheap, that gives you access to games. To me, that's cool, but that's like a last ditch effort. Like that is like this is the bottom of the barrel. We do need to have good games.
Yeah.
And from this year, look, and not just good games, but a consistent release of games. And that's been Xbox's problem. Now, this year, I think that they've improved from last year, because last year was the fucking worst of it all. In 2022 was garbage. But I have to say, like, this year, we got Hi-Fi Rush. Really, really well-received game. Starfield, whether, love it or hate it, I think it's a good game. It's not a great game. A lot of people think that the Metacritic score is like there's some sort of bias there. I think that the Metacritic score is a relatively generous Metacritic score. I think an 83, and I don't give scores to games, but I think that an 83 is a rather respectable score for
That's
this
still a
game.
good score.
Yeah, like to me, I don't think that when it comes to Hi-Fi Rush, it got its kudos. When it comes to Starfield, I think it was relatively well received, and the game is severely flawed. I enjoyed the game, but I'm not going to sit here and say it's a great fucking game and it deserved higher than an 83. No, it got what it deserved. You can't sit here and pretend otherwise. Redfall was shit and got shit on because of it. Minecraft, the game came and went. The positive here is that they have been releasing games this year, and there's been multiple, so that's good. But they do need, the next step is to continue to release more games, but release games that people actually want and release them consistently, have them playing well, and have them actually be good. That's what they need to do.
This next year is very bright for them. If they're smart.
No, this next year is do or fucking die.
Yeah.
If they can't show that they can be consistent and release good games this coming year, what hope is there? If you can't release fucking good games, and you're not just a publisher but a console manufacturer, what reason do you have to exist?
Yeah. Because with like Starfield, I'm more excited for a Valve than I am for Starfield. That shit looks cool as shit.
I will say this: The Outer Worlds is a better game than Starfield. It is, and I've played them both, and I do enjoy both. But The Outer Worlds is a better game overall, and that's because it's more condensed, and they were able to really concentrate on bringing that world, their universe to life in a better way.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, like, my Xbox Series X, all I do is watch fucking YouTube and watch Netflix on it, and I want to buy Japanese games like on it. I have Like a Dragon, Yakuza Like a Dragon. I have Field Chronicles, which is Square Enix, Star Ocean Divine Force, and I have Scarlet Nexus. And these are games that I really want to play, and I've played them, but it's not enough Japanese games on this platform or whatever.
Mugen is an Xbox dude, because this motherfucker is like the only dude that buys these games on Xbox. Nobody else does. Nobody
else. My friends tease me or whatever like that. Like, dude, are you serious? Like, yeah, like for real. And the thing is, I want to support the Xbox. And the thing is, there's a lot of other games I want to get on Xbox, especially when it comes to multiplayer. But a lot of my friends, including my brothers, my brothers have an Xbox as well, but a lot of my friends only have a PlayStation 5. So if I want to play with them, most games are still not cross-platform yet. So I have to get the PS5 version if I want to be able to play with my friends and stuff. But other than that, I would get it for the Xbox Series X, but most time I can't. And another thing too is this RPG called Edge of Eternity or whatever, which is like an indie RPG. Looks really, really good. It was on the PC, it was on Steam at first. They finally decided to put it on consoles. So they finally announced that it was coming to Xbox and it was coming to PS5. I said, oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I'm getting it for Xbox. So I went to GameStop. I said, yo, can I get Edge of Eternity for Xbox? He said, oh, no, that's only digital for Xbox, and the physical version is only for PS5. I said, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Wild.
So I had to end up getting the PS5 version. I was not getting it digital. And that's what pisses me off about the Game Pass as well, is because, one, it's always this argument with the Sony fans and the Xbox fans. And Sony fans say, you guys always complain y'all don't get games is because y'all don't fucking play them and stuff like that, or you always want to get it on the Game Pass. Why don't you just go out and support and buy the physical game and stuff like that? And first I'm like, man, at first I said, yo, that's not the case. But then every time there's an announcement for a game and it says it's coming for Xbox, and every time I go on social media or on YouTube, you see the comment section. Well, is he coming to Game Pass? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? They won't buy it. They won't buy it unless it's coming to Game Pass.
Hey, like, you know what? The fuck? Hey, I'm one of them. Fuck it. It's a good. Yeah, I'm one
of those people. Anytime the game comes out, is it on Game Pass?
Absolutely.
Street Fighter 6 is it on Game Pass?
Yeah. If it's not, I keep moving on to the next one.
No, you ain't fucking lying.
I said once again, I'm trying to defend the Xbox fans, and they let me down again. I look in the comments and say, well, if it's not coming to Game Pass, I'll just pass on this one. I'm like, what?
Yeah, for me, I'm just the sale whore. Like, I don't mind, fucking around with Game Pass, but I at least want to have some form of ownership over the game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just owning the game, even if it's digital. I prefer to own my games. So I
Yes.
normally wait for sales, but most games, I'm sorry, most games are not worth buying day one.
They're
They
not.
just fucking aren't. You know how many
True,
times
true.
I get burned, bro? I got burnt like a motherfucker on Final Fantasy 16. I'm at the end of the game and I don't give a fuck. And I felt like I
I got
forced
burned twice this
myself
year.
for so long. Yo, and it's like, bro, you couldn't tell me before Final Fantasy 16 came out, you couldn't tell me that was gonna be a bad game. I would fight you.
And
We would
Oh,
be
shit,
beating
that's
yeah.
not
the
even
streets.
It's
that's
true.
not even the game that I got burned by. Like, look, Jedi Survivor is a great game if it performs properly, but with the way that it was released, it was one of the worst games this year in terms of performance.
Damn.
And Dead Space was working fine for me. I know there's some people that have a different experience, so I can't say that it's for everyone. But
Yeah.
in terms of what I was playing, the game performed fine. And then when I got to a certain point in the game, I couldn't proceed further, so I had to like restart the entire game. So it ruined the experience for me
Damn. Real
because I was
quick,
close to the end of the game.
yeah, you told me that. I felt bad for you. My heart was crushed for you because that's fucked. But real quick, let me hit these super chats. We got my boy Black Cobra, member for 3 months. Thank you so much, bro, for being a channel member. It means a
Nice.
lot to me, dog. And he's just he's raining, raining bread in the chat, bro. Thank you so much. He says, off topic, ponies are so salty about the games coming to Game Pass this month. Don't get mad at Xbox. PlayStation didn't give you anything
Yeah,
this year.
there's a lot of motherfucking games coming to Game Pass this month.
Oh,
Holy
God.
shit.
You hear this guy?
What's coming out?
You hear this guy?
Let me.
I'm gonna say a month ago, I was like, "Fuck Far Cry 6." Like, oh, Far Cry 6 coming, I'm gonna play it.
Oh my God! Oh my God! It's so damn funny, man. So
Right,
damn
fucking
funny.
Tomb Raider, Far Cry 6, Remnant 1 and 2.
Oh my
Speaking of,
God!
Team
that's
World
disgusting.
Build
What's up?
it
World
didn't even
War
come out
Z.
yet.
It comes out at midnight. Comes on the
Yeah, we
first.
got Remnant 1 and 2.
Into when Remnant 2 just came out.
Is it
Now,
sad that the most interested I am to play
Ghost
here is
Simulator,
Goat
fucking
Simulator
Ghost,
3?
fuck off.
Because I could never buy that game for myself, but on Game Pass I could justify playing it.
yeah.
That was cool about World War
I'm
Z.
not gonna lie. That is the upside, especially for
Look
some
at that.
developers like Outriders. Like certain games people would never buy. It would make sense that, all right, I'll give it a try, and people end up liking it and may invest in it with the DLC or whatever the monetization schemes that these games may have. But yeah, I do see the upside to it. But golly, I haven't bothered to get the Game Pass because I saw what it done to both my brothers. Is because one, I have Steam, right? And Steam got good deals, and I buy nothing but games on Steam. But guess what? I got so many games and never installed any of them. And I know if with Game Pass, I would do the same thing because I saw what my brothers had done. Sony got the console on launch day. My brothers were going crazy. Oh my God, I can download this, I can download that. They're downloading a bunch of games, and I look up, they playing one game, and I come back downstairs, they popped in another game, and they're not completing any games. Now they got a bunch of games on their hard drive and didn't beat not one of them because they just downloading games just because they can do it. I knew that I'm not wasting that
Unlimited power.
I'm not wasting that subscription service just to have games.
I mean, that's some great games. Some of these games I never heard. But what the fuck is Tin Heart?
You hear this guy?
Black Cobra said, I meant this
Game
month, not
Pass
this year,
fiend.
stupid phone. Nah, thank you so much, Black Cobra, for the 7, bro. I appreciate you, dog. Thank you so much. But
I mean,
it's like
World War
it's ups
Aftermath
and
is a
downs
badass
to
game.
this shit, you know? There is ups and downs, and
War's
we,
Aftermath is a
as
badass game.
consumers, we definitely don't have much self-control. Yeah, it's very rare to come
And,
across a gamer specifically with self-control. And even I'm guilty of that sometimes.
And I understand what Microsoft is doing with Game Pass because this is where we're going. This is going to be the
Yeah.
future.
This is the future.
The Netflix of gaming. That's what they're trying to get. Yeah, they trying to take over that early. They want to get that market before anybody else does. So I know what they're doing. I see what they're doing. I just don't like it. I just don't like it.
I know.
That's the only thing, and especially
It's
having
like the
one
changing of the
company-
guard, man. You know?
Yeah, and especially having one company in charge and taking over everything, just absorbing everything. And that's another thing I'm afraid of, man. This whole digital thing, man. What happens if a company go defunct, and then those libraries could possibly disappear? You know, and that's what I'm afraid of, man. Like we need some preservation somewhere. You know, digital gaming should always be an option. The physical gaming should
Look.
always be an option, at least an option. You know,
Sir, piracy, steal,
Arr.
steal to your heart's content. That is the only way, bro. It can't be argued that is the one definitive way that works, where it's instant access. Like, you can get all these games, you could store all these games, and you can get them by the boatload, and you could preserve these games that way. I look, I'm all for physical media, but this year I've realized that there is a time limit. More this year than ever before. There is a time limit for this shit. And it's fucking scary, and it's sad, and people have been gaslit to fight against you. This is what kills me about gamers. Gamers are motherfuckers, bro. Y'all are some motherfuckers, and not everyone in the chat, obviously, but you know how many motherfuckers are gaslit to tell me that I should get over the fact that I want the game the way that I want to. Motherfucker, money for this shit. Why the fuck are you trying to tell me I shouldn't have the game the way that I want to? The way that it has always been. It has always been this way. And you can have your digital copy. I've never sat here and said you shouldn't be able to buy your digital copy. But you're sitting here trying to tell me I shouldn't have my physical copy. What the fuck is this? What are we doing here? Why would you not fight for your fellow gamer to be able to buy the game the way that they want to? Why would you fucking fight against them? That's the thing that blows my fucking mind. That pisses me off. Y'all literally telling me I should get the fuck over it when you should be helping me fight this battle. But I've come to terms with it. Motherfuckers is gaslit to you know, be the corporate cocksucker. It is what it is. I just have to prepare for the worst. I've come to that conclusion, man. It is what it is.
I mean, the writing's on the wall, because I did cover a video where it stated starting next year that Best Buy is not going to be carrying physical DVDs and Blu-rays anymore. And
so Walmart.
Walmart saying that they going to be just not carrying physical Xbox games because of Game Pass. Because Game Pass, everybody's going to Game Pass, so you're going to start seeing limits on Xbox physical games. Because like I said, I had an issue when it came to Sonic Superstars. I had bought this 40, still in the plastic, 40 Xbox Series X, and what happened was I pre-ordered the game. So when I went to go to GameStop and pick up my pre-order, they went in the back and said, "Hey, where's the Xbox version at?" And then they had to call corporate and say, "Hey, we got no Xbox version." And then kind of found out all the GameStops in Philadelphia had issues and didn't get a version of the Xbox version. Only PlayStation and Nintendo had the physical versions. So they had to order it for me through their website in order for me to get it. I'm like, what is going on? And that's when I read about the whole Walmart thing, that they're going to start limiting access to physical Xbox games because Game Pass is where everybody's going.
I will say I am proud to say that I did get Mario RPG physical, because I've always wanted to have that physical. So
yeah, I mean, look, listen, out of my brothers and them, and I'm older than most of their friends. I'm like the old head of the group, but but my second brother's the next in line, the next old head, and a lot of his friends are like 6 and 7 years younger than him, and they all got digital versions of the PS5. Like, these like physical, what the fuck? Like, who gets physical? They was laughing at my brother, like, who gets that shit?
Yeah,
they all got digital. They all got fucking digital. Like, that's where we going. It's sad, but I'm starting to realize it. You know, this generation of gamers, they all digital.
Yeah. And you know what? It's like brick and mortar stores are like, yeah, we're not carrying movies anymore. We're not carrying video games anymore. I'm going to Amazon. Fuck y'all. I would go to the Best Buys. I would go to, Targets and shit. I would go to the brick and mortar stores because I wanted to make sure that they still exist. Now I couldn't give a single fuck. You know how many times I go to Best Buy not to buy some new piece of technology? You know, how often do you buy a cell phone? How often do you buy the fucking TV? How often do you buy a washer and dryer set? How often do you buy this shit? I've been going to Best Buy multiple times out of the year. You know why? To go look at the movies and the video games, and I'll walk out with a movie or video game or
Same
both.
Here.
The same shit. Why are you literally being like, well, most of the shit that people will go in there to buy, well, we're not going to carry that shit no more. Your store is going to be fucking empty. Enjoy that shit. I'm going to order that shit on Amazon. I don't give a fuck no more. Fuck y'all. Y'all ain't helping me when I'm trying to sit here and help y'all. So fuck you.
I haven't been, like, after COVID, I haven't been inside of a Best Buy in a long time. But one day I decided to go in, and I forgot what I went there for, but I went into Best Buy with me and my brothers, And I walked inside. I was like, "Yo, are they closing down? It's empty as fuck in here." Like it was very, very short staffed. A lot of the aisles were empty, even the video game area. But that's when I started finding out that they go into this whole digital thing. So they clearing out a lot of stuff, and everybody's been buying things off of Amazon. And that's why it's no real use for stuff like Best Buy.
You know what's scary? You know what's scary? Amazon's such a big fucking company. When Best Buy does go out of business, because it probably will, it's just going to devour it. It's going to take it. It's going to buy it. Just squall it right up.
That's what it is.
Yeah, man.
I mean, face it. They're the biggest. I'm sorry.
What are you saying?
No, go ahead.
No, finish what you were saying, Oz.
Amazon is the biggest retailer on the fucking earth.
Mm-hmm. And COVID made it even bigger.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yo, shout out to Black Cobra, who's basically this. Thank you so much for two. He says, "Okay, boomers, JK, but for real, get with the times." And I don't think that buying physical media, it should be a time related thing. It should be forever. Physical media should be forever. Especially it depends on where you live. I mean, some people, I think it's perfectly applicable to be like, well, I live in a place that gets hit with a tornado every fucking year. Maybe I should just buy everything digitally. That makes complete total sense. Like, the situation.
There's a very all you internet people, there's a very, very scary rumor going around. The internet might be going bye-bye for a little bit. So what the fuck are you gonna do then when you have no internet?
Are you talking about like something related to the solar system or something like that?
Yeah. They've been calling for an internet apocalypse for a while. So what are you gonna do with all this digital shit if you got no fucking internet to play it on? Yeah,
I mean,
you're gonna go back to physical real fucking quick when you have no internet.
I mean, here's the thing. The reality is that why can't everything coexist?
Yeah.
Why? Sooner or later, you're gonna figure out. With less options comes more tyranny, sir. Like just the general concept of we have less power because there's less options. That's just what it is. I mean, history has proven this time and time again. All I'm saying is, why can't we have it all? Especially when we're paying for the motherfuckers. Like,
I want to give you my money. Like let me give you my money. Like make it easy for me.
I'm willing to buy games twice if I like them. I will buy it on PC because PC is my main platform.
Hey, Black Cobra, fuck you.
Oh my god.
Fuck you.
Real talk, no. I will buy a game twice. Once on the PC because that's my main platform now, so I'll buy it digitally. If I like the game, I will go out and buy a physical copy because I want to keep a physical copy of the game if I enjoy it. So I have two copies. I'm willing to do that. I want to do that if I like your game. So I don't understand why I don't understand why the gamers be fighting against us, man. Fight with us. Can we be unified on something? It seems to make the most sense to preserve as many options of buying video games as possible.
In this society we live in, fuck no.
But Black Cobra, thanks so much for the two, bro. He says your time has passed, old people. The further is now. The future is now. You mean, sir? Damn you!
You can lick the saltiest bag of piglet dicks. Fuck that. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it, bitch.
All right, relax, all right? Yo, you about to eat it. Look, Black Cobra's a snake. You about to eat that shit. I mean, what?
Whoa.
Anyway. Yo, Benjamin, appreciate you pulling up. But, yeah. I personally do. I've said this, on one of my live streams. I personally do not believe that there is an Xbox bias other than people having a preference in the games industry. And mind you, I have a lot of things to say about the games industry. I constantly shit on them because they're always on some fuck shit. But do I believe that there is a conspiracy in terms of, well, all these companies, all these, media, whatever, are colluding to just destroy Xbox? I really don't believe that is the case. Do I believe a lot of people in media have developed a preference for PlayStation just because Xbox honestly has been dog shit for the past decade? Yeah, I believe that certainly could be the case. And look, man, 360 was my box. That was my preference.
Yes. I love Xbox 360.
8th gen.
Yeah, even though I went through fucking 3 of them.
Yeah, like I said, everyone has a fucking preference. 7th gen it was 360 for me. 8th gen it was PS4 for me. Like
Yeah.
it can change with me, but it certainly has changed from a lot of people preferring a 360 to moving on to something else because the Xbox One just wasn't it. And even Phil Spencer has come out and said the reality of the situation. A lot of people abandoned Xbox because of the fuck shit that they tried to do with the Xbox One generation. And
Mhm.
it is costly. Where I think that Xbox is going to gain ground on is by being a not necessarily a box, but being available everywhere. That is their one way to combat the situation that they put themselves in.
Yeah, they want to be on everything.
I do not believe that Hi-Fi Rush got shat on. It didn't. It was praised. I do not believe Starfield got shat on by the media. It was praised. I think an 83 is a good score. Now, there's some outliers in there. What's that fucking dick face? Jim Sterling. That dick face
Yeah.
definitely
that-
has a bias
dude.
against Microsoft. That is fair. We can point out there's definitely some people that have that shit, but that's not a common thing. Jim Sterling is a he is a minor case of issue when it comes to the quote unquote Xbox tax scenario. Now, when it comes to, us as gamers or like the hyper, fanboys within the gaming community, you have to come to the reality that PlayStation has the bigger base of people. That is what it is. So
They
yes,
do.
Xbox is constantly going to get shit on because guess what? You have these internet warriors that are on the PlayStation side that think that they're on some fucking high pedestal just because they own a PlayStation game and bend over to get railed
my
by
God.
Jim Ryan and whoever is
I-
coming next. They think for some reason they're on a pedestal and shit on Xbox. That is what it is.
I
Xbox
do
takes
think it's
these
gonna.
potential players away, and they pretend to be potential players now of the Xbox brand, but we know that that's all bullshit. There's people that bought into PlayStation with the PlayStation 4, and they never going back to Xbox, and that is something that's the L that Microsoft is gonna have to eat, and they're gonna continue to get shit on by the community because there's just a lot more PlayStation players. But look, at the end of the day, PC wins, baby. They all coming over to PC sooner or later.
Yeah, well, this generation made me more of a PC player because, like, I always had a great PC. It's just that I just never bothered to play games on the PC. But this generation had definitely pushed me more and more. I do all my content creation on my console. I do all my animations, not on my console, but on my PC. I do all my animations on my PC, and I just started buying games, especially fighting games. Fighting games push me to PC more than ever before, or whatever like that, because I love playing. I love because I have a bunch of arcade sticks, and what happens is with consoles, which I hate, is that once the PS4, then the Xbox One came out, and then the PS4, then also the Xbox Series X and the PS5 came out. All my Xbox arcade sticks doesn't even work for my Xbox Series X. Like all my Xbox 360s and Xbox One stuff doesn't work on my Xbox Series X, and I can't plug my arcade sticks into my PS5 because they made it to where you have to get a PlayStation arcade stick to play on PlayStation. But with my PC, all my arcade sticks can work on my PC, and I just started doing everything on my PC.
Yeah,
I've been a PC gamer ever since. Yeah, why not?
It gives you the ultimate level of choice. People think like all gamers go to PC because they want the most powerful shit. That's not necessarily the case. There are definitely people that want to have the most powerful PC and have the best visual experience, and I get that. That's one of many though. I wanted to go to PC. My primary reason to go to PC was for more freedom. That's just what it was. I threw a 3060 in my bitch. I since upgraded to a 3080, but I threw a 3060 in my bitch, and the 3060 is just okay. It's okay. And I have way more freedom. I have way more choice of where to buy my games, all that shit. I can do emulation. I can do all this shit. It's just I have way more freedom. I can put whatever peripherals I want to the PC if I want to. Obviously, depending on how much is how far you can go with it. But the idea of having more freedom and not being fucking forced to buy from a PlayStation store or the Microsoft store. I have all these options. That's what it is for me. I like that.
Yep.
And the fact that these handhelds are so damn popular now, it's making it even easier.
PC handhelds is definitely getting
I just wish
Kremlins to consider it.
I wish I can get into handheld gaming. I just can't do it. Even with my Nintendo Switch, I never undock it.
Yeah,
It just stay docked.
same. I
It stay docked.
my old heart wishes the next Nintendo was a standard console. I know it's not going to be. It's not.
Yeah.
Good.
That's what I want. That's what I would
Uh-huh.
hope for. But I know it's gonna be a Switch too. But I would pray. I would love for the next Nintendo console to be a traditional, powerful console. But I know it's going to be a hybrid again, which is fine. You know, hopefully we get more horsepower because I want to be able to go to a store and say, you know what, I don't want to get the Series X version this time. I'm gonna get the new Nintendo console version, and it runs at 60 fucking frames per second and have 4K as an option and shit like that. You know?
Hell yeah.
Because
No, I agree.
they're saying Doug Bowser's saying that they're gonna have more frequent games that's gonna come out now for the next one. They came out
Oh
and
yeah,
said
yeah.
that.
No, it makes sense.
More frequent games.
No, think about it. But think about it. I think what's going to be amazing about this next Nintendo console is that this Nintendo Switch, they've been running this shit until it can't run no more. Like it's about time for the Switch to die. But what's so perfect about it is people saying, "Hey, where's Mario Kart 9? You ain't getting Mario Kart 9 for the Switch. We getting it for the next console, and it's probably already done already. Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
People's wondering what happened with Metroid Prime 4. We're not getting it
The
this
next
console.
Mario game.
It's the next Mario game, all that stuff, and that's why I said this. The reason why Switch was so successful coming out because that launch year was fucking ridiculous. When
That was amazing.
it was crazy. I remember when I got my Switch in March, and it came out a couple of days before my birthday. I had got the Switch, Breath of the Wild, and I remember they had a Nintendo Direct, and I remember when they showed Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I said, "Oh, that's going to probably come out next year." They said, "No, it's coming out this summer." I said, "What the fuck?" They come out the same year as the Nintendo Switch, and then they announced Mario Odyssey. Oh, that come out later this year. So we had Xenoblade 2.
Oh,
and
Splatoon 3, Splatoon 2.
Yeah, it was crazy, and that's why I believe this next Nintendo console is going to be fucking nuts. That launch window is going to be
Just
crazy.
think about
I'm
it.
telling you.
They're
I'm telling you.
they're getting Call of Duty now. Like they and wait. They're saying.
Yeah. I'm
And
telling you.
and
I mean, I can hate on
if
Call of
they're
Duty, but that's gonna tempt a lot of people to jump on Nintendo and make it their main platform. I think that would be the one thing that Nintendo can aim for. Like honestly, the Switch is the nice side bitch, but it's a side bitch. You know that's what it is. That's your main side bitch. That's like that's the one that you really do love, but you can't be with her. You know it is what it is.
they
But
can
like I
easily.
think that a good goal for Nintendo to aim for is how do we make our next platform the premier platform for most users?
I think my only problem, what I'm afraid of, it better be what they call it, backwards compatible. Because the problem is, I have a whole fucking backlog of Switch games. I'll be pissed that the Switch 2 come out and I can't play none of that backlog, which means I still have to lug around the Switch 1 in order to play those games when I have a fucking Switch 2 that I can't even play those games on. That would that would destroy me, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be irritated over that.
I agree. I feel the same way. If there's no back compat with the Switch 2, I'm just gonna wait. Honestly, I'm not gonna feel like because it's like I'd rather wait for there to be like a good amount of games for me to jump on board with. Now, if I can play my Switch games, especially my physical Switch games, because most of my Switch games that at least from Nintendo themselves, are physical copies because they retain their value. If it is, then I want it day one because like man, I can get to gaming and playing all sorts of shit day one, and I have it on a new, better, more premier system to do it on. Like that is the draw to me to want to get it at least that first year. But if not, then I could just wait till the game start ganging up on the Switch 2.
Yeah, there was a rumor. I doubt it's true though, but they were saying in the rumor that the Switch 2 was going to have two different versions. It was going to be one that's
digital physical.
Digital physical one, and they was talking about also one version would have backwards compatibility if people wanted that, and the other one would be non-backwards compatible. In the rumor that they were spreading around. So I don't know. But
I mean, if that's the case, then I'll accept it because I'd rather have that than it going all digital, no back compat, none of that.
And that's
shit.
what Microsoft did right with the Xbox Series X. They have legacy backwards compatibility. I had posted it. I made a tweet like months ago, and I was packing up a lot of my older games, and I have like 7 big cardboard boxes of Xbox 360 games. And I'm like, man, my Xbox Series X can play a good portion of these. And I think that's the great thing about the Series X legacy backwards compatibility. That you can play all of them.
And you
all
get better frame
generations.
rate with some of them too.
Exactly. So I they should not ditch that, man. They should not ditch that at all. I think it's very important and make more people willing to buy that next console because they'll buy and say, hey, if I don't like any of the games or there's a little bit of games, I can still go back and play these older games until the newer games come out, you know? So I'd just be stupid to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I feel you with that. But yeah, man, I'm hoping that the Switch 2 is a fucking little beast, man. At least competing with the Steam Deck, you know?
I would be happy if it was on the same power as the Series S. If it was on the same power as the Series S, I would be okay with.
Yeah,
that's still pretty fucking strong. That's pretty damn strong for a Nintendo console.
Yeah, that is.
That's very strong. Mm-hmm. That's stronger than a PlayStation 4. It's stronger than a PlayStation 4 Pro.
Yeah, I'll be up for that. Definitely be up for that if it's able to do that.
Yeah, guys. I don't know. Any final thoughts on Xbox tax? I mean, honestly, low-key I picked this because I thought that Oz was going to say some fuck shit, and I low-key be trying to throw Oz under the bus.
No.
But I respect that you had a reasonable opinion on the topic, sir. So
he's an was a Game Pass fan too. I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Right? Hey, listen, if I can save fucking money, I'm doing it. Fuck these $70 games.
Hey, I hear you.
Yeah, it's rough because it's like, bro, if the games was worth the price point, I would be hyped to buy them, but they ain't. So it's like, bro, I gotta preserve my money. I'd rather fuck around with Game Pass, bro.
There's a huge fucking rumor that what's that one RPG game is coming to Game Pass that it's up for Game of the Year? That's not Zelda. Baldur's Gate. There's a huge rumor that Baldur's Gate might be coming to Game Pass.
Holy shit.
No, that is a rumor that's gonna be like stealth dropped at the Game Awards.
That'd be crazy. That'd be fucking crazy.
If they do that, and I think they might show they did their digital console and that new controller. I think they might do that.
They could. They definitely could because the rumor was they was going to show. The rumor is that they're going to have a digital Xbox Series X and they're going to slowly phase out the disc-based Series X, or something like that.
I want the controller. That controller sounds fucking sick.
I didn't hear about the controller.
Oh my god, the new controller they're making. This sounds fucking sick.
New controller, it got
looks sick.
I will say that the new Xbox Series X looks retarded.
Sure.
But the controller, though, I want the new controller, okay? So that's really dope.
Bring it up real quick if you can find it.
Let me see.
I haven't kept up with that. I heard about the rumors, though.
Oh, and it's gonna be fucking impressive. It's gonna be like it's gonna give the DualSense some competition because it's damn impressive.
And another thing that I didn't pay any mind when people were people keep asking if there's going to be like a mid-generation Xbox, Series X and stuff. Oh, I did a video on that. Yeah, I did a video on that. That's right.
Okay, that shit looks sick.
Yeah. And Phil Spencer kept saying that no, we just going to have the Xbox Series X. And then somebody said something that I didn't think about. Somebody said that the Xbox Series X is the mid-generation Xbox, and the Xbox Series S is the next generation Xbox. They just released both of them at the same time. I was like, I could see that makes sense. If Phil Spencer is like being truthful and saying that no, we're going to run the Xbox Series X, throughout this entire generation, that would make sense that they release both iterations at the same time.
Maybe. I mean, but it seems like the PlayStation is going to do the Pro. So.
Yeah, no, they are. They definitely are. I mean, come on,
that's kind of rough this whole generation, and you're
already gave us
power. You're not doing well. So.
Yeah, they gave us a Slim. They gave us that stupid ass Portal. I mean, Sony fans are going to just buy shit up. So you might as well throw a Pro out there. They want to get their money off of that. So might as well.
So I love my PlayStation. 5. I really fucking do. But man,
Our
they
Holly
pushed
touched
me. They too. They pushed me so fucking far away from it. Like I don't even want to look at it anymore. Listen, I was okay playing for PlayStation Plus. I usually I paid it. I've paid for it almost every year. The 12-month subscription almost every fucking year. This is the first year I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. The games that you release for it suck, and half of them come with Game Pass anyway. What the fuck do I? What am I paying for? What am I paying for? You don't have one multiplayer that I want to fucking play. Not a goddamn one. And now it's sad. It's sad. God of War was an okay game. The Uncharted series
Ragnarok,
was
you mean?
completely. Yeah, it was okay. Ragnarok was okay. I didn't really care for it too much. His son fucking annoyed me. Anyway, the Uncharted series, the Uncharted series as a whole is complete dog shit. Besides Part 2 is really good.
Hey,
I didn't like
yo.
it.
What?
I don't care.
What?
Oh
Horizon.
shit! Oh
Nah,
shit!
you on your
And I'm
own with that one.
And
Oh,
I'm not
shit.
even
Besides Part
I'm not
2.
even an
Horizon
Uncharted
2.
stan. I think
Horizon.
Uncharted is good, but it's not like
Yeah.
in my heart. But
It was
even I
okay.
think that was a
Horizon.
wild
Horizon.
accusation, sir.
Horizon has probably one of the most leading boring characters I've ever played in my fucking life with that big ass forehead. Okay, the world was cool. The world was cool. The character was fucking was boring as shit.
I got bored of the game like midway through the first Horizon game. I got bored and I just stopped playing the game. So when they announced the second game, I said I'm not going to buy this one because I'm going to quit this one.
I really tried. To stay around. I really fucking did. But when they fucking twisted my wrist, like, no, we're gonna fucking raise the price again. Right after we just raised it, we're gonna raise it again. And $80. I said, no, I can't do it anymore. I'm done. There's no backwards capability with his. Yeah, I can't play older discs on it besides the PlayStation 4, which is still cool that you can do that. But like the digital games that they do have on their servers, you can't even fucking download them. You just stream them. It sucks. So I'm just like I'm done. I'm literally to the point. I'm waiting for Wolverine and I'm waiting for fucking Silent Hill. That's where I'm at with them. After that, I'm pretty much done.
But to be fair, though, PlayStation isn't showing anything. Who's to say that they will show things
I hope
that will get you
I hope
board, you know?
I hope they do. I hope they do.
I hope that they do too. I'm in that thing where it's like, bro, like I'm not really hyped for PlayStation right now because they ain't doing what they got to do to win me over. They're not doing it because they ain't showing nothing. There's nothing. They have nothing to show. So, like, could that change? Definitely, because it's like you haven't shown me anything that I want.
The majority of the third-party games I've played on Xbox look better. I've seen the PlayStation version. The Xbox version, to me, this is my personal biased opinion, looks better.
Well, I will say this, that Xbox has the Dolby Vision, and I haven't tried it with the games, but I've tried it with film, and Dolby Vision for film is fucking insane. It is crazy. I remember watching on HBO The Outsiders in 4K, and if you watch it on your Xbox, the HBO with it activates the Dolby Vision mode, bro. Completely more insanely
your TV has to have it too.
It looks as long as your TV does support that, but it is a big fucking deal. So and I know that you do have a TV that does support Dolby Vision because you have the same TV.
Yes.
If it does utilize Dolby Vision, I could imagine, at least on the gaming side, is what like with the films, it looking way better. I would think.
Like for stupid example, I had a friend that told me that Fortnite on Xbox looks better on Fortnite looks better on Xbox. It looks like shit on PlayStation. I'm like, nah, I know it don't. Get the fuck out of here. It's the same fucking game. Same fucking game. I defended the PlayStation. There's no fucking way. I downloaded it on Xbox. I can't go back to it to PlayStation. It looks so much fucking clearer, brighter, and vivid. It's a night and day fucking game. It's insane.
Now, you was telling me that too. You was like, man, this is the real way to play it, man. I'm playing that bitch on PC.
It is.
I don't care.
It's probably honestly, it's how the PC one looks.
Yeah, I gotta give Fortnite a try. Like I gotta give it a try. I gotta play with some friends. That's what I need to do. Yeah,
Now,
I
if
gotta
you
play
want to
it.
run it, let me know because I'll be playing
Well,
Oh yeah,
Fortnite
most
like
definitely,
a
most
couple times a
definitely.
week.
there's a highly rumor that this battle pass is gonna have Ninja Turtles in it.
Interesting.
No
I mean,
lowest
they got,
expectations. I hate cinematic games that play themselves. I'm so sick of them.
and
Fucking
that's
Yeah,
and
stand
that's
fuck
the
that.
complaint. That's the complaint that people have for PlayStation exclusive. Like they fucking
That's all they
move you.
do.
Like you just sit the controller on your lap and just let it take control of you. And you sit there
Real
and watch
quick,
it.
I want to play this. So shout out to Blaze 4K who he said it had to be done, and this is him apparently
Oh yeah,
deleting
this is.
Suicide Squad.
Oh shit.
Tell him, Luigi.
That's a wrap. This game is
Tell
just
him.
enemies are generic trash fucking enemies.
I don't see a video.
Just
Oh, he's
trash.
deleted it.
Yeah. Wait 8 years for this dog shit. Fuck out of here.
That
Rest in
is
peace,
fucked up.
Kevin Conroy. I'm sorry.
This will be a humble bundle monthly within 6 months of launch.
Damn,
Delta. Straight to Game Pass
And when does it fucking release?
next year.
early this year. What's crazy, and Delta brought this out. Shout out to Delta, but he was saying that this game is they have an alpha out for this game. This game releases like in like January or February of next year. How the fuck are we having an alpha?
That shit
test?
dead. That shit dead on arrival.
DOA.
That shit dead on arrival, yo.
I'm sorry, Kevin Conroy. It's your sweet soul. I'm
Yo,
sorry.
that's wild too. It's like this is Kevin Conroy's last contribution to
And
anything.
and the girl who played Harley, because she passed away too.
Oh, the original Harley, yeah.
No. Tara Strong,
they
I
get
believe,
Tara
is
Strong
playing
to do
Harley.
Harley.
And to be honest with
Okay.
you, real talk. Look, no disrespect to Tara Strong. She's one of the greatest voice actresses of all time. Listening to Harley in this game, I'm not really wowed. I thought
That's
it
sad.
wasn't Tara. I thought it wasn't Tara Strong because I wasn't digging how
Yeah.
Harley sounds. But I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, I'm just dogging on the game, on a game that I wasn't gonna buy to begin with. But it is what it is. But yeah, guys. Damn. All right, episode 34 is in the books, man. Yo, everyone in the chat, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Mugen, would you like to tell the peoples what you got going on? I will definitely be posting your YouTube channel in the chat, so definitely check out my boy Mugen Lord. He's been killing it.
Oh,
in
yeah.
this game.
Thanks. Yeah, Mugen Lord. That's the name of my channel. I cover a lot of gaming topics and discussions, and I also ask my subscribers on Twitter and even in the comment section of my videos if there's some topics you want me to cover revolving around gaming or culture war related stuff that's tied into gaming and Hollywood or whatever. You can definitely drop that in the comment section, look into it, and make a video about it. As far as what I have coming up, I just got the notification from the developers for the game that I'm under NDA that I can't talk about. They gave me permission to upload it tomorrow. So that'll be a video around 8 a.m. You'll be able to check it out and stuff like that. And also, I have a comic book company. This is my shirt for my comic book characters.
Oh, shit.
That I'll be
I've been keeping little tabs on it.
Oh yeah. And that's all my posters in the back. It's my comic book series, my universe that I've built and stuff.
What's it called? Some Squad? What is it called? Fallen Squad?
Oh, well, the name of this is called VK, Variant Killers, Vampire Killers, starring three of my, me and my brothers. We're vampire killers or whatever like that. And then,
cool.
Yeah. And then of course the rest of my other characters that all fit in this universe that I have going
Okay,
on.
who is the big fucking monster that looks like Killer Croc in the back there? That dude looks sick.
Oh, Rupture. Oh yeah, he's part of. That's my Avengers like team. They all want to have they all have their own comic book, but they want to come together.
That dude looks sick.
Yeah. He's a zoner, and I'll explain more about that in my campaign next year when I do my Kickstarter and for the book and everything. So
yeah, he looks dope.
Thanks. But other than that, man, I really appreciate it. Thank you, Cassie, for allowing me to come through. I enjoyed TJ and not as well. You guys are fun to talk with. Had a good time.
Word, anytime you want to pull up, let me know. I can do what I gotta do to make room. But I definitely, obviously, once you got your Kickstarter going, we definitely want to have you on to promote what you got going. I definitely want to, check it out myself. So definitely let me know, keep me posted because it's looking dope. Like the art that you got, it's
that shit's sick. I've been looking at this whole time.
Understand what us old heads like when it comes to like visuals, artistry, that old school looking like anime. Like I'm be like, I don't like watching newer anime. It's rare when I can get into one because I like the old style and how that look. And you definitely understand that. I can tell.
But my artist, like I'm the story writer. I'm the one that's doing the world building. I'm writing the story, but my artist, named Jessica, she's from the Philippines. She does all the artwork and everything.
Damn, that is
and
cool.
we've been working together for what 2 going on 3 years, and I already invested 10K of my own money into this, because this is going to be really big. This is going to be really big. I already started selling some of my merchandise because my brother and them have a t-shirt company. So we going to anime conventions and as vendors, and I wanted to do a test run of some shirts and mugs, and people see my characters and say, yo, people walk by and say, hey, like, what anime is this? Is it on Netflix? I don't know what this is. It looks really cool. And I explained
Get online store. Get online store.
No, I will do that. And I sold out of my shirts, my VK shirts, and I sold out of the mugs. And I was not expecting that. I just wanted to just do a test run. So I realized that, I have something here, and I thank Jessica for really putting a lot of work into this. And I can't wait when the campaign. Yeah, she's going to. I can't wait to show this to you guys. It's going to be amazing. So yeah.
All right, that's what's up, man. Yo, for real, thank you so much for being here, and keep on killing it, doing what you're doing, bro, because you are a fucking beast. And I love to see independent creators, so definitely keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thanks.
Yo, TJ, thank you so much for pulling up, bro. Anything you want to say to the chat? Anything you got to promote, sir?
One day.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna try to get through this race on Mafia. If I don't, if I do not, which
just lower the difficulty. It's fine.
I don't want to do that, man.
Look, bro, I'm a Mafia motherfucker. Okay, like I love Mafia. I've played through Mafia 2 like 6 or 7 times by now. I haven't even beaten the Mafia Definitive Edition on the hardest difficulty. I can't get past the race. You're not gonna be a bad gamer if you lower down the difficulty to normal human being racing difficulty.
Hey man, I don't know if I want to do all of that, but if I don't get through that, which seems very likely, what I will do is I'll start Separate Ways DLC for Resident Evil 4 Remake. And BattleBit Remastered is free this weekend, so I might be on that just to get my multiplayer fix. So I'll be on there as well. That's about it. Back in the gym December, we going hard.
I hear you. I've been in the gym too. I love it.
Nice. Is anything you want to say to the chat, bro? Thank you so much for being here.
I'm gonna watch the Fortnite event on Saturday. I'm really kind of excited for it.
Okay.
And
remind me so you can drag me along.
Yeah, Saturday. I'm thinking it's gonna be Saturday at 2 p.m. But Epic's telling everybody get there probably like an hour before. Yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna get there 2 hours before because they're saying this is gonna be one of the biggest events they've ever had. They took a really long time on this. Dude, this shit is going to be insane.
This dude is a fiend. He is a fiend.
They say I'm a Fortnite show, and I'm sitting here
listen,
like, oh god.
You don't understand. This is fucking Eminem. Yeah, he's a piece of shit right now.
Okay,
this is one of the greatest rappers that ever lived.
Okay, white boy. White boy gotta endorse the white boy in fucking hip-hop.
Hey. I got some
yeah. But yeah, Cassie, when I do decide to play, I'm definitely gonna hop in your Discord and hit you up. And
yeah, definitely.
I like to play with Knot
too
as well. Yeah, I like to play with y'all guys, like,
we can play.
But yeah, guys, that is episode 34. Guys, if you haven't hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I will be streaming, continuing Resident Evil 4 Remake tomorrow night. It's going to be maybe around 9-10 p.m.-ish.
I can't believe you're playing
horror
games.
We've been doing late night streams.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Didn't your viewers get you killed? Told you it was something about Michael.
I
started dying.
They were all in the chat in on this.
That shit was great. It was beautiful.
Trolling.
Beautiful. Do it again. Do it again.
And I did the trials prior to get like these unlocked little things.
That shit was beautiful.
And I didn't save. And I'm like, okay, I'll go shoot this lake.
Oh my god.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, I got killed.
Chef's kiss.
Hey, I had Words of Paradise playing RE4 remake the other night. That's what's up, man.
Oh,
It's a
my
fun
brother, I got it too. My brother bought it for me on my birthday, and I still haven't opened it yet.
Oh,
I got it too.
Nah, you a busy dude,
How
bro.
many
No, but
games you got sealed?
honestly speaking, as
I gotta
someone that
do- I
knows
gotta-
nothing,
Yeah, dude, I got a whole backlog in plastic. I got a whole
Jesus.
fucking
Yeah.
library. in
nah,
plastic.
I'm
I
guilty of
just
that
buy
shit,
games. Cause even at GameStop, the guys that work at GameStop said, "Dude, you
Right.
got over 500 fucking points." I just buy games and I just keep buying them, and I just don't open them. I just buying games and never get
It's
Nah,
hilarious.
I've been so busy
Yeah,
with
man.
my comic book series. I've been so busy with my
Okay. I hear, bro. I hear.
I've been so busy with my 3D hentai animations and stuff, and I just haven't played any games. I just haven't been playing any games. I've just been focused
Nah,
on
I
my
feel you.
stuff.
Hell yeah, guys. So yeah, I will be live streaming tomorrow night, sort of on the later side. So free Friday night, come hang out with me and probably fool me into doing some other stupid shit so we can laugh about it afterwards. But yeah, guys, if you haven't, consider becoming a channel member. Channel membership gets you instant access to the Discord. You have to, if you became a channel member today, you have to go to the channel membership tab on my channel, and there'll be a link to the Discord there. So join the Discord, man, and definitely we got some funny, entertaining stuff going on over there. I do happen to do occasionally some channel membership videos. I do have one in mind that I would like to do, so we're gonna work on that. And yeah, guys, thank you so much, Black Cobra, for the donos, man. John the Don, Black Metal Gamer, thank you guys so much for the donos. Thank you so much, Chicks, for becoming a channel member. Appreciate that. And thank you so much, Black Cobra, for being channel member for 3 months. For real, appreciate y'all. Words of Paradise, Benjamin, Mad Hatter, appreciate y'all. Johnny, Blake, appreciate you pulling up Lowest Expectations. I definitely want to give y'all kudos for being here. Zero Dose was here earlier. Glinzer, RT, appreciate you. Fuck Norris, Anarchy. Thank you guys so much. There's definitely I've seen some new faces in the chat. Appreciate y'all for being
Nice.
here. Undisputed King Nate, Silent Joker, appreciate you for being here, and of course the Sly Crow, appreciate you, and RC Scott. My new mods from my Discord that have been they've been running the show because libertarians don't know how to authoritarian. Okay, so I need help on it. But yeah, guys. That being said, we are out. Peace.
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 All right.
Did she leave? The hell did she go?